Yo, what's going on, guys? Yo, welcome to the stream. I got a couple stuff set up. Last time I was using OBS, now I'm using Streamlabs because someone reminded me about Streamlabs. I was like, oh, let's use that instead. So we got a couple of widgets, which is pretty cool. Hey man, Nico, please, I appreciate that. But go do your homework, man. You can't afford to fail school. Yeah, we also got I don't know, for some reason the chat isn't working. I have a chat box and I also have like a alert box as well. So like if someone subscribes or like donates, it will appear. Hopefully those work. At least the chat box. I don't know why the chat box not working. But yeah, let's see. I'm gonna put on some music. You know what's funny? Last time I streamed, when I put on music, I got copyright claimed like immediately right after. So I don't think I'm ever gonna put music on my stream ever again. I didn't get strike though. I got claimed, which is even better. Yeah, unlucky, unlucky. But yeah, I want to talk a little bit about the recent series that I've been doing, which is the MySQL tutorial. A lot of people are kind of confused. I know it's pretty hard to like think of like a name for the series because there's a lot that's going on. But the main point of that series is to build a Discord bot that works on multiple guilds, and you can have different configurations. So in one of the videos, I think episode 6, is where I demonstrated that you can change a prefix, right? If I were to, for those who haven't seen it, I'll give you a quick demo. If I remember my Discord bot code. Let's take a look at this real quick. And also, there's a lot of other stuff too that we've been working on. So, Cosbatad, you had a question about, is it necessary to await bot queries to a DB? So, that depends on how you use the library that you're using. I don't know what database you're using or what database library you're using, but typically when you use await, you're basically awaiting a promise so that that promise can finish executing its stuff, returning its values, and then it's going to be stored inside that variable. Okay, so you use await whenever you have to deal with a lot of promises. How you ever thought of using Firebase for DB? Someone actually requested that I do Firebase, and I wasn't against it. It would just take me some time to figure it out. But if we're talking about like a web app, then maybe I'll use Firebase. But if we're talking about like maybe, I don't even know. If we're talking about just like a regular Discord bot, honestly, I don't really like Firebase's database. I'd rather go with something like MySQL. Personally, like MySQL versus MongoDB. MongoDB is a lot easier because if you don't have lots of like relational data, MongoDB you can just drop all of your data in one document and just call it a day. With MySQL, you have to kind of like structure your schema, which is what I have over here. So if you guys are following this tutorial series, I actually have the code on GitHub, and I highly urge you guys to clone it and not just copy it, but like try to understand what's going on. Sooner I've been thinking maybe during streams what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and make like streams where I just like open up some kind of open source project and try to understand the code as much as possible, so that way we can all learn together. But I definitely want to start like diving into open source code and just understanding how someone else implemented something, so that way I can get exposed to more patterns. I think that's a good way to approach I guess exposure in programming, because you don't want to do the same thing over and over again and just get stuck with the same patterns. Like I was thinking about there's this thing called QuickDB that was made by, I think, PlexiDev, the YouTube channel. And I was like, wow, this is actually pretty cool. Let me actually see if I can make my own version. I'm not sure if they still maintain. The last time I heard, QuickDB was not maintained anymore, or like not maintained anymore, but you know, it's not compatible with version 12. And I feel like I can make a QuickDB version that's pretty dope. Let me see if I can find QuickDB on here. So last time it was updated was 27 days ago, but that was a bin folder. I'm not sure if they actually updated the entire library to work with version 12. But I could be wrong though. NDB is a better version. Yeah, I've never heard of NDB, but personally I just like I like doing the hard stuff, you know. I don't like QuickDB obviously is easy, but you know, when you get used to the hard stuff, you have so much flexibility. That's why in this video, in this tutorial, like, see, I could have just used a simple command handler, and instead of having classes for everything, I could have just used a simple module.exports and an object literal. But the whole point of, you know, me making these videos is to expose you guys to different programming patterns. And so if someone watches my videos and they never heard of a class before, well, they just learn what a class is. And if they're that eager enough, they can go ahead and, you know, look up what a class is, learn about what classes are, abstract classes, object-oriented programming. The last published was 8 days ago. Oh, okay, so that's okay. So yeah, it's probably definitely compatible. I know there was someone on my server who was trying to use QuickDB, but that was probably like over a week ago, and there was like some compatibility issues, so I'm not sure. But yeah, thanks for letting me know. But yeah, so just to kind of like show you guys a quick preview of what the whole series is about, is I'm gonna run my bot real quick. Okay, so our bot is logged in. Okay, and right now, I have it. If you haven't seen the last video was about managing state, right? Because so for the people who are using command handlers, I'm sure you probably wonder how in the world do you transmit data between two commands. I remember this was one question that I had for myself about, like, I think last fall, around like October, December. That was when I was making my command handler. I was using the Discord commando framework, and we were building a Discord bot, a music bot specifically. And I was actually going to implement a queue system, and the first thing that came into my head was using an event emitter. Okay, because we have a bunch of commands in different files. So the question is, how do we make sure that all the data is together? Okay, and that's what we were doing in the last episode of our MySQL Discord bot series. We used a simple event emitter to emit events across different files. Because let's say, for example, if there's something that happens in a command that might need to update some kind of variable in a different file, how are you going to do that? Well, use an event emitter. Okay, the Discord client class itself is an event emitter. So hopefully that kind of like clarifies a couple things with episode I think 6 or 7, I don't even know. But yeah, like if you're confused while watching, you know, the whole series, just like, you know, go back to this part. And yeah, does this stream stay online? Yeah, this stream will definitely stay online. I mean, I don't think you guys can hear like my desktop audio. So the reason why I deleted the other one was because of the copyright claim, and I would rather just not have that on my channel. So I'd rather just, you know, from now on in the future streams, as much as I would like to play music on my streams, I don't know, I'm just going to, you know, just leave it plain vanilla. Hey, welcome to stream, Mints MWT. Okay, so let me just showcase this real quick for those who haven't seen it yet. Okay, so we have our bot logged in, and if I were to step into my database, I can see all of my guild IDs and stuff, right? So let me actually do that real quick. Alright, so let's just show our tables. And also, some people might wonder, why did I choose to use the MySQL 2 library instead of SQLize? If you've ever seen my, I think, not role reaction bot, I think it was ticket bot. If you've ever seen my ticket bot, I use SQLize, and it was actually very easy to use SQLize. Okay, but the thing is though, what I want to do is I want to actually, show you guys how MySQL statements work. I want to show you guys what they are, how they work. So that way, when you want to, go into a MySQL database, you'll know all the statements, all of the conditions, everything that you'll need to know. Okay? Hey, Puka6, welcome to the stream. Okay, so we have our guild IDs, and if I want, I can see my guild configurable table. Oh, whoops, let's select from that. So you can see we have, let me zoom in a little bit. I'm sure you guys can see this, but you can see we have 3 guilds, okay? I have 2 test servers and one of my other servers that I own. And you can see that we have a prefix set to the exclamation mark. Likewise, we have a prefix set for this guild and this guild. Okay, so watch this. I can go into my test server, and this is the correct one. So if I do exclamation mark help, it's going to say you triggered this command with the prefix exclamation mark. If I were to go into this server over here, I think the prefix is dash help. So we can have different prefixes. Okay, and you're probably wondering, well, we could probably just save that in a JSON file, and that's true. But, at some point your bot, if you're planning on releasing this bot to, a lot, I would say if you have a bot just for maybe like 5 guilds, then you can get away with using SQLite or a JSON file. But if it's a large bot, like those bots that are in like over hundreds of thousands of guilds, then you definitely want to use, or at least consider using, a database, because they scale very well. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. And I can also change the prefix, but if I change the prefix, it won't update right now. Well, actually, it will update in the database. Actually, yeah, if we do change the prefix, it should update the prefix. Let's actually try that. So let's say, for example, if I do change prefix, and I'll change the $sign. Let's do percentage. So it should say update a guild prefix to percentage. And if I go into my database, and if I select the guild configurable table, select the columns from guild configurable, you can see that I have my updated prefix for this guild ID over here. So next time if I try to use my old prefix, it's not going to work. Okay, but if I use the new one, it's going to work. So that's the whole point of this whole tutorial, of this whole series, is to showcase how to make a bot that works on multiple servers with different configuration. So when we have, when we get into the later episodes where we set up, custom guild-based moderation channels, we're going to be using the database to save that channel ID. Hi, I have a question. How to add color roles in Canvas, draw them in circles? Do you mean like the HTML canvas? Do you mean like the HTML5 canvas? I've never really worked with the Canvas API before. Let me see. Canvas API, Canvas HTML, draw circles. Oh, well, there's some documentation here. Let's see. You want to add color roles. I'm not sure what you mean by color roles, but if you actually go to this link, this might help you. I'm not sure if you've checked this out, but this might help you. You can probably like look at it and use it to draw certain circles on the 2D canvas. But I've never had to work with the Canvas API before, so I wouldn't really be able to answer that like right off the top of my head. Hey Sai, could you make a command that displays the servers the guild is in? Yeah, sure, we could do that. Let's see, let's do it over here. Let's go into miscellaneous, and actually, yeah, miscellaneous should be fine. Let's do display.js. And like I said, just watch the series, okay? At least watch the last 2 episodes. I explained the whole structure of our commands. It's not like your ordinary command handler that other people have registered or other people had used. We're going a little bit different. Let me check my messages. Oh, well, he's talking about like, I think HTML. I don't think he's talking about the actual. Let me actually check, because this canvas. I think this. Oh, okay, I see. I'm not sure if he's talking about Discord bots, but you know what? I will send this link. just in case that might help or that might not help. Alright, so let's implement our display command for Tony Merlin. And I might try to implement a couple of commands. We'll see. Modular exports, class, display command, or display servers command. And what we're going to do is we're going to extend our base command class, okay? And if you don't know what that means, I'm going to explain in just one sec. But right now over here, I have a base command class, and this is going to be our parent class for all of our commands. So instead of having to create the same class and having the same constructor signature all the time, we can just extend our base command class and inherit all of the public fields, public methods, everything from that parent class, so we can save a lot of time instead of rewriting the same thing over and over again. So now over here, we're going to have an empty constructor, and I'm going to call the superclasses constructor, and we're just going to pass in some basic properties for name, category, and aliases. So we're going to do display, let's see, category is going to be miscellaneous, and aliases will be an empty array. And every command, like the command handler, it has a function that's going to be invoked whenever the command is triggered. Okay, so let me close these things out over here. And we still need to kind of like set this up over here, because right now I haven't set up the message event to check the actual message to see if it's a command or not. So I actually got to work on that. I'm not sure if that's something I should include in the tutorials, because a lot of people already know how to do that. So I'd rather just have people use their own custom implementation. But I could include it just for the people who have never used the command handler before. But the idea is what we're going to do is for this command function, we need to pass in, let's see. I actually haven't even gotten up to the part where I actually tested my commands, because I've only showcased the database part and the state manager. I think those were much more important than the actual commands part, because the commands aren't really super crazy. Okay, but I think, let's see. What we need to do is for every single one of these commands, we need to take in 3 arguments. So it's the client object, the message object, and args. Okay. And then inside the display.js, so what you want to do to display all the guilds that the bot is in is you want to reference the property, the client, I think .guilds property. So I'll actually just show you a basic implementation. So let's do a simple else if over here. So we're not using a command handler now, we're just using an else if. So we're going to just check to see if the message.content.toLowercase is, we'll do starts with, and then prefix plus servers. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get all the guilds. So I think the best thing we can do is const guilds equals clients. Now keep in mind I am on version 12. Okay, so if you're on version 11, it's going to differ a little bit. So we're going to do client.guilds. Now if you're on version 11, you would just do .map. Okay, but we're on version 12, so we're going to do .cache. And now we want to get all of the guild names. So I guess it really depends on how you want to showcase your guild names, but we can make it so that it'll show just the name of the guild with the ID. So if we call .map, what this will do is it'll transform the collection and return a new collection with all of the values that we transformed it to. So what we're doing here is we're going through every single guild, and what I'm going to return is I'm going to return the guild name and the guild ID. So this isn't really going to be super pretty, but it should give you a very simple guideline on how this works. So now if I just console log the guilds, okay, we should have a simple command set up for this. Base command is not defined. Let's just comment this part out. Okay, so we're going to go inside our Discord, and let's try to use that command. So exclamation mark server. Yep, no, servers. Okay, and now in our console we should get an array. You see we have an array of our guilds, Okay, and what you would do is you would just simply display that to the channel. You can put in an embed, so we can bring in an embed message. So const, let's import message embed. So const message embed require Discord.js. So that's gonna import the message embed class itself. So equals new embed. So we're gonna create a new instance of that class, and we'll just set the description to let's see, guild.join, and we're gonna join it with a new line character, and we'll send that message back to the channel. So let's see how this works. And we have all of our guilds that we're in. If I go into my other server, if I try to use, you know, my other prefix, it's not going to work. We have to use the correct guild prefix, just like that. Now again, it doesn't look super pretty, but you know, you can play around with it and modify it to your needs. But hopefully that gives you like a simple, you know, starting point. Because all we're doing is we're referencing this cache, which is a collection, and it has all of the guilds that the bot is in. And when we call map, we are transforming this collection, and we're going to return a new collection, or an array actually. And we are just joining the name of the guild with the ID of the guild. So your responsibility would be to take this array and make it show all the guilds that the bot is in, which is what it is doing over here. Now, if your bot is in a lot of guilds, then like let's say if it's like 1,000 guilds, then you're probably gonna have to like separate it, because I think there's a certain limit on embed messages. Yeah, man, no problem. No problem. But yeah, hopefully that works out well for you. But I'm quite excited for this series that I'm doing, because this whole series, I'm setting it up so that in the later episodes we can actually have an economy system. We can have a lot of different, you know, I guess a mute system, a warn system, all that kind of stuff. All those things require us to store our data in a database, which is why that's the main point that I'm building it up. So look, the first couple of episodes are going to be very boring, and I'll be honest, they're going to be very boring because we're just setting up a lot of stuff. But once we get into, you know, later on, into I would say episode 15, 16, 17, then all of the fun stuff is going to happen. That's when we're going to have the economy system, the XP system, the warning system, a whole lot of things. And it's going to be working on multiple different guilds, because we're going to be saving all of the guild configurations in their own table. Okay? We're going to have a whole bunch of stuff. So if you've ever wondered how, like, you know, bots like Ataja or Dino or Me6, how they all set up these things, their bots with their configurations, they all save their data in the database. Okay, and it's actually, doing this is actually going to make it a lot easier to build a dashboard, because when you have the database already set up, all you need to do is create some kind of API in Express and have it interact with your database. So you can change the command prefix from the front end application, from the dashboard. That's going to update the value in the database, and it's also going to update the value for the bot itself. Now, actually, it won't immediately update the value for the bot, because we have our command prefixes cached. So we would need some kind of event emitter that will emit an event when we are updating something from the front end. Okay? So in the next couple of episodes, I think what we're going to be doing is we're going to make it so that when they actually change the prefix from the change prefix file, then it's going to update guild command prefixes in message.js. Okay? Is it possible to withdraw powers and roles from members in the event of an example package or bin, in the sense that if the member is flexible for more people? Yeah. Well, are you talking about Discord, or what exactly are you talking about? Discord? Hey, Shinu. Hopefully I pronounced your name correctly. Welcome to the stream. So, yes, it is possible. Package or ban in the sense that if the members expel from for people. What do you mean by expel? Oh, okay. So yeah, that's basically kind of like an economy system. You need to keep track of how many expels that the person has, or how many times they've been expelled by different people. And once that happens, you know what? That's actually a really good idea. Well, not an idea, but that's actually a good, question. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, the way I would do it is, let's say for example, if I have a server with moderators and trial moderators, okay, I'll let my moderators have a command that allows them to expel people. So when they issue that command, it's going to expel the user by their ID or if they're mentioned, and it's going to put that data inside a database. So every single time the expel command is used before you actually save or update the database, you're going to go ahead and check the value, the amount of times that they've been expelled. And if they've been expelled 4 times, then what you're going to do is you're going to complete your logic by removing their powers or removing a role from them that has permissions, and that's it. Okay, and I guess you can also update like a value in the database and say that the person has already been expelled, like a Boolean value. That works. Hopefully that clarifies it for you. Yeah, that's a good implementation, or that's a good idea. But yeah, let's see. I kind of want to exit out of here because I want to work on my Winston bot, because this bot, like, I've been slacking really hard because I've just been doing so much. Like, I've been so busy with the Discord bot tutorials. I've been so busy with helping people out on the server. I don't know how I'm able to just balance everything out, but I managed to get it done, so no complaints. But I kind of want to, I really want to push you guys in this direction of this whole project that I'm working on, because once I actually get everything all set up, like, just the way it works, you're going to be like, wow, and I kind of want to also do like a tutorial on how to actually implement something like this. But the idea is we have a very complex system that's going on. So basically we're able to check to see if the person that invoked a certain command has permissions. We're able to check to see if the person needs to provide arguments for that command. There's a whole lot of stuff going on. So what I need to do is I need to document my code and kind of like write out the explanation. Because right now, like, off the top of my head, I gotta like relook it again to understand what's going on, because there's like so many lines of code. Hey, welcome to the stream, Flu. We're just going over some Discord bot stuff, and yeah, and answering any questions that the chat has. But yeah, I guess I could walk through this again. I guess at some point, the more I explain something, the better I should get better at understanding my own code base. So we can kind of like I can kind of like showcase some examples. Let me just log in to my bot. Do I just make Discord bots, or do I do web dev? I do both. I do a whole bunch of stuff. I don't just do Discord bots, but right now my main I know it seems like my channel is focused around Discord bots, but there are some other videos that I have on my channel. I think that's on other stuff too. I don't remember honestly, but most of my tutorials are based on Discord though. And I've been really wanting to do more different types of videos. Like, I want to do a video on React or a video on Express. And I actually did do a video on Express, a video series that shows you how to set up Passport and OAuth 2. I've been doing full stack development for about a year. And I started, I think, around late 2018. But I was never really that good enough to actually make videos on it. And there were a lot of things that I needed to learn. But, maybe someday I can put up an Angular video or put up a React video. Also, is it possible to specify, for example, a chat for pictures and to put games in it so we can send a game? What do you mean by game? Like, what exactly do you mean by game? That's kind of vague, because what exactly do you mean by, like, game, really? But for the images, though, yes. So what you would do is you would, every single time a message is being sent in a certain channel, you check to see if that message has an attachment, and you check the extension of that attachment. Okay, if it's an image format, if it's a file that ends with like PNG or JPEG or a GIF, then you keep it. If it isn't, then you remove the message from the channel. Hey, welcome to the stream, Hazy. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of like, a custom game that you can make. Yeah, you could do that. You could do that. It's kind of like similar to like, a quiz bot. You would just need to use await messages or a message collector. I do have a video on how to like implement the quiz bot. So if you want to check that out. But anyways, let's see. Let's go back into my message events, and wow. The last time I looked at this code, it was like such a huge mess, but it's actually, we've cleared so much stuff up. Is there a way to send a big file without boosting the server? Well, not really, because the max file is, I think it's 8 megabytes. If you don't have a Discord Nitro, your best bet is to use something like Google Drive or Dropbox, but that has nothing to do with Discord though. But yeah, I'm not sure about the Nitro perks or boost perks. Oh, what the hell? Let me see. 50 server emojis, 128, I think, kilobytes of audio quality, animated server icon, custom server invite background, 720 60 FPS Go live streams. Hey, welcome to the stream, Beetlejuice. Actually, what the hell? But yeah. I actually think they changed up Nitro a little bit. Because I remember before it was, I think, 2 boosts, and then, oh wait, never mind. I think it's the same. So, oh wow, we get 15 boosts, and that's 50 megabytes, server banner, 1080p 60 FPS, and level 3, that's like a grand slam right there. But yeah. Hopefully I didn't reset my bot token. It should work just fine. I want to boost, but I don't know. Yeah, I know you were talking about earlier. And my suggestion is, you should only boost a server if you, really see value in it, if you really like it, if you enjoy it. It's totally up to you. There's no hard feelings. I never ask people to boost. And I would never, force anyone in any way to boost the server. But that's totally, your choice 100%. But I remember one time, like about last year, someone did boost the server out of nowhere, and I was like, wow, that's actually pretty awesome. And I was thinking, let's set up some perks for boosters. I'm not sure what kind of perks we would give boosters, but it would definitely have to be something pretty awesome. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I can be creative and think of like, some cool stuff to, manually distribute out, It's kind of like, I think, what are those things called? Loot crates? Have you looked into the Discord IPA? What's Discord IPA? Oh, google.com. Well, I'm like looking on like Reddit. It seems like it has something to do with like an iOS jailbreak. Hey man, Beetlejuice, like I said, it's very appreciated all the time. So if you do that, that's freaking awesome. But like I said, don't feel obligated to, like, the server is a community server for everyone. So we help people for free. We don't expect any money. If someone asks you to pay them just because, they're helping you on the server, then, that's very concerning, but yeah. Alright, let's play around with a couple commands. I have this set up the way I wanted to, which is pretty freaking awesome. Let me show you guys this real quick, okay? So my bot right now, the ban command has a property called permission guard, and this permission guard is basically used for guarding the permission, right? Autocorrect. You know what's funny, Hazy? That, hey, Yadibolt, welcome to the stream. Hazy, so I looked up Discord IPA, and apparently that's an actual thing, so you may have just discovered something new. Though I don't think I would ever, use that, because it has something to do with jailbreaking, and it's not something that I, focus on. But what do you mean? Oh, yeah, Discord API. I know what you're talking about, like the actual, raw API. Yeah. You know what's funny is that, well, not funny, but not really funny, but, there's a lot that you can do with the Discord API, and if you actually take some time and dig into the Discord API documentation, you can actually understand how the Discord JS library or even Discord Pi does things underneath the hood, which is pretty, freaking awesome. But anyways, so permission guard, and this itself is going to guard our permissions. So we have a bunch of methods that's going to be used to check the command. So right over here, what we're doing is we're getting the command name, and if it's an actual command, we're going to emit this event. Let's go over to, I think, text command event, which is right over... Where is it? Right over here. Okay. Yeah, no problem, Lucius. Alright, let's see. Okay, so let me show you how this works. So right now, we're trying to invoke the ban command. Okay? And if the user doesn't have the ban command, what we're going to do is we're going to tell them you don't have permission. So right now I'm on my other account. Okay? So I'm on my other account right now. And if I try to use the ban command, it should tell me you do not have permissions. And I don't, right? I'm just a member. If I look at my role on the server, okay, you can see that the member role does not have any permissions. But watch this. If I give it just ban members permission, and if I try to use the command again, that's not going to be enough. They need to have both ban members and kick members. Oh, welcome to the stream, Dominico Spawn Sale. That's a really interesting name. If that's your real name, that's a pretty awesome name. Yeah, I remember you, DJ. Hopefully the Discord bot coding is going well for you. I really want to do more Python videos, I really want to do more Python videos. But I'm not sure what I would do with the Discord Pi videos. I know I did a Python video like 2 months ago. It didn't really do so well, but I just wanted to do it just to do it, But I think if I did like, some more Python videos, some people on my channel would appreciate it. Hey, do you know any bots with the possibility of stopping from getting into the rest of the server unless you say I agree? I do not. I do not. Hey, Anson, love you, bro. Amen. Nora King, I appreciate the awesome comment. Yeah, I don't really do videos for views. Like, I do videos because I want to do it. Like, no one, put a gun in my head and told me to do the MySQL tutorial. I did it because I want to do it. And if it doesn't get the amount of views that my other videos get, it doesn't really matter to me. It's there, okay? People are watching it, which is awesome. And, maybe 2 years from now, if someone ever wants to develop a bot that they need to follow the same thing, it's there. So no complaints at all. Okay, so watch this. So right now, on my role over here, I'm going to give my member role 2 permissions. So if I actually try to invoke this command, it's going to say you have permissions. Or that was an epic fail. I was testing this the other day. Oh, we didn't save it. Okay. Okay, so now it should say you have permissions. Okay, watch this. You have permissions. Okay, now see? Now watch this. Look, we have permissions to use this command, but what if I wanted to change that, right? So I can easily change that by going inside my ban.ts file. And see how over here in the constructor, we are setting the permission guard. We're saying, hey, look, permissions are required to use this command. Okay? And in the message event, or inside the other event over here, we are making sure that the permissions is required for the ban command. If I turn this off, if I set this to false, watch what's going to happen. Okay? So right over here, I have so many files that it's so hard to keep track of. Okay, so if command.getPermissionGuard is required, okay, so this is going to return false. So let me save and show you guys the command now. So it should just say permissions not required. See how easy it was to turn the permissions off? That's the beauty of this whole project. Okay, we have all the abstract stuff going on in the background. Okay, oh crap. Hey man, Bub's Life, thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. Let's see. We have a lot of questions. It's probably a stretch of a question, but would you make one? It would help a lot of people since Dino's down. Bub's Life. I'm not sure how Dino works, but I'm guessing Dino. I mean, hey, what you can do. Here's what you should do. Go on my suggestions channel on my server and post a suggestion there, because I'm gonna forget your suggestion after like I close my stream, because I have like a lot going on my mind all the time. So post your suggestion either on my YouTube channel or post it on the server over here, and I'll read through it. And I usually go through my suggestions, and I don't really have a set criteria on which suggestion based off of what criteria to pick. I just go through it and see which one I like the most at the current time, and I'm like, you know what, let's do it. So if you can do that for me, I can definitely look into that. But try to be descriptive though, because I'm not sure what you mean by like a bot that needs like, I guess, say a command. I mean, I guess you could, but I would have to like think a little bit about that. Do you know how to implement Lava Link in Lava Player? Edward Wang says. Lava Link. So I actually looked this up a while ago, and I never really paid much attention to understanding how Lava Link worked. But I do know that it is great for, building Discord bots. But I've just never used it, though. I would have to personally look into it. But I have dove a little bit into the Lava Player for, I think, the JDA. I've just never really, went full on with it. But I don't know. I mean, I would say maybe. They probably have a Discord server somewhere. It should be listed over here. I don't even know where it is, but they should have a server over here, and you can probably join the server and ask them a little bit. I personally don't know. If I did, I would definitely tell you. Do I have a vid about permissions? Not yet. Maybe I should make one. Let's see. We have a lot of questions. Wow. Export the variables, then require import them in the other file. Oh, that was Alonzia's question. Hey, can you tell me how to define variables? Yeah, so basically what Seren's Mods 21 says. So if you want, you can create a new file, and you can do something like module.exports equals, and you can either export an object, so you can say my name and then colon, because this is a JSON object, Anson, like that. Okay? Or you can do something like const name or my name equals Anson, and then you would just do module.exports, and then you can either export it just as it is, or you can export it in an object. So if you have multiple exports, you want to wrap it in an object. Okay, so hopefully that clears everything up. Edward Wang, also, are you hosting on Heroku? If you're talking about my current bot that I'm working on, no, it's going to be hosted on my DigitalOcean server. And I reached out to DigitalOcean like yesterday to see if they had some kind of like credit system where I can like give out like DigitalOcean credit. Unfortunately, they don't. So I'm gonna look into some kind of hosting where I can just kind of like just give you guys some kind of credit so you guys can play around with it. Because I know on my channel I do a lot of Heroku videos, and I want to push away from that, because Heroku itself, honestly Heroku is awesome. I like it a lot. I don't have any complaints. There are some things that I do not like about, but overall I would say hands down Heroku is amazing for it being free. Now hopefully that never changes. Okay. Yes, Heroku is free. For only 22 days, though. Only 22 days. But I feel like using a Linux server is way better. You have so much flexibility. You can customize whatever you want. So that's why I'm trying my best to look into VPSs so I can give it away, just give away some kind of credit. Anyone have a link to a server? It's in the description. It's in the description. Hey, man, do I know any bots for beatboxers? I don't, unfortunately. I've never heard of those kind of bots before, but if you tell me a little bit more, maybe I can do some research. Erla JS is a popular Lava Link client for JS. It's used a lot in the MenuDoc server. Oh, let me actually check that out. Let's see. Oh, wait, huh? I see. That's pretty interesting. Good to know. 24/7. How is EC2 free tier for music bots? So Nora King. Music bots is really. I guess it really depends on the hosting that you use. Most of the time, you obviously want a good host that has decent amount of memory, like decent CPU, and a good connection. Because if you're streaming YouTube videos or SoundCloud videos and stuff, you're gonna need your host is going to need a strong internet connection. Okay. Is it advertising? What do you mean? If you want, like, I can look at your bot if you want. Like, if you want me to like review your code or something, or just take a look at it, I don't really care. Like, if you want, you can show me your bot. I can take a look at it, and I can see some things that you made and take inspiration from it. Have I done a music bot tutorial yet? Yes, I have, Hillick. I know it's probably not gonna happen, but do you think we can DM about some bot stuff? Bub's Life? Yeah, man, look, if you want, send me a DM, like, with, what it is that you want as a suggestion. Yeah. I just started coding, and this is my first official project. Hey, man, let's take a look at it. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. I mean, if you want, just send me the bot itself, or, like, oh, I thought you had the bot somewhere. Like, I thought you had the bot, oh, I thought you, like, had a website for your bot. That's what I thought. Or if you have, like, a GitHub project. I need help thinking of ideas to code commands. Honestly, let me actually look at my old bot, and maybe I can give you some ideas for some commands. Honestly, this is probably the largest bot I've ever worked on. But there's so much that I forgot about, because I worked on this, like, months ago. But what I would say is you can create a prune command, a command that deletes certain messages from a specific user. You can create a mute command, an unmute command, a ban command, unban. I'm sure you have those basic ones. Honestly, though, what you should do is, if you don't know how to use a database, I would suggest you learn how to use a database, because being able to use a database allows you to create even much more complex commands. Let's say if you wanted to have custom prefixes, or not custom prefixes, custom commands, you would have to use a database to save it. There's no Discord link. Right over here. It should be in the description, but if it's not, you can just click over there. That's my Discord server. Yeah, I made a purge command today. Yeah. Yeah, command handler is great. Yeah. What's my Discord? There's a link right over there if you want to take a look at it. Hey, but quick shout out to my two moderators, Dawes and Hype. Just want to give them a quick shout out. I don't know if they're watching, but quick shout out to them. They're both offline. I think it's late for them right now. That's why it's 6:14 p.m. for these that are wondering. I'm on Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, sure. Send me the link. Or just post it on the chat. I don't really care. You can post on the chat. You can post it here on the YouTube chat if you want. How to apply for your Discord mods. So, that's actually a hard question. So we are looking for mods right now. Did you send me a DM? It's so. Yeah, you can just send me a DM if you want. Let's see. How to apply for this. So yeah, we are looking for mods on our server. The question is there are some basic criteria, such as being active. Personally, for me, I'm looking for, like, a moderator that is, I guess, I don't even know, to be honest. Because usually I'm asleep around, like, 10 to 4 a.m. I wake up at 4. So I would need, like, a mod. Yeah, just DM it to me. It's so OSO. So I would prefer, like, having a mod that is, like, I guess, like a night owl. Not even a night owl, just, like, someone that's naturally awake during the times that I'm not awake. But most of the people that are on that other time are probably, like, living in Australia, or here's the link to Discord. They're living in Australia, Let me see. Yo, I want to ask if you could make a couple bot for me and my server. I would nearly need a Fortnite stats bot, and I also need a bot for you. If you're new, you have to say I agree. So I can't personally make a bot for you, but what I can do is I can help you make a bot. Okay? But yeah. Hey man, look, you know, I don't have any. I'm not like a strict guy when it comes to I don't like to micromanage people. I don't like to act like I have all the power. Every single time before I do anything, I always ask my mods just to make sure, like just for clarification. So being I guess uh being a moderator for this server is gonna be pretty awesome. It's gonna be fun. But we don't have really a criteria. Just someone that's active, that enjoys learning, that enjoys helping people out. Just things like that. And obviously they'd have to be pretty nice too. Karul, welcome to the stream, man. And who just followed? I mean, who just subscribed? I can't see who just subscribed, but I will. Yeah, I don't know why. Like I have alerts. I don't know if you guys can see alerts, but I do have alerts. Hopefully you guys can actually see the alerts. But it's so okay. Awesome. Oh wait, it was Valentin. Valentin Marino. Thank you for subscribing, man. Yes, I am. I am Sty. Hey, Karul. Thanks for subscribing, man. Appreciate it. Okay, awesome. That's great. But yeah. And also, could you give me some ideas for a Discord JS pot? Um, hmm. Well, let me ask you this: are you like a beginner? What do you consider yourself like skill level wise? Beginner, intermediate, just starting out? Oh, let's see. All right, man. I'm on the server right now. Let's see what you got. Valentin Marinov. I have someone who is a good mod, but they can't code. Yeah, like we don't really require the moderator to know code. I'm sure there are probably some people who are on the server who just, are just chilling. Do you not see my message in live chat? Which one? Did you just message me here? Let me see. Oh yeah, I saw it. Hey, I am from blah blah blah, and I don't know how to make a join message, and I am not able to write the name of the joining user. Let's see. So you want to make a join message, but you want to get the name of the user. So here's the thing, whenever the member joins the server, the message guild add event is emitted. Okay. The message guild add event is emitted. So whenever that event is emitted, the member object is passed into the callback function. It would be better if you ask the question on the server though, because I'm sure there's probably someone that does speak German on the server. I'm not sure who, but there might be someone, and maybe you can. And plus, we can also all collaborate and help you out too. I'm beginner. I'm also learning quick. Okay, so Valentin, maybe you can try to code some basic stuff. Maybe like a ban command, right? Create a command that bans a user from the guild. Create a command that kicks a user from the guild. If you've done those already, maybe next create a command that mutes a user. Creates a command that gives the user a role, deletes a role from the user. There's a lot, and I might actually do a video on like, maybe, I don't know, top 20 or top 5, 10 commands that you must have or something like that. I've been thinking about doing that for a while, but I've never really gotten to it. And I'm also going to make a video talking about top 5 mistakes that a lot of new developers do. Do I play Warframe? I do not. I never played Warframe. I have Warframe, but I've never played it. Alans, yeah, how to make a clock? I mean, you could just get the current local time. Valentin, yeah, I'm not sure. But if you're not in our server, definitely join the server. There are a lot of people who can help you out, including myself and my moderators and just everyone. Definitely check out my server, and we can better assist you there, because that way you can post your code on there. We can help you out. We can give you feedback, all that kind of stuff. Let's see. Let's check proxy support. All right, so I'm on the server right now. I'm ready whenever you are. You users have a problem with this. Can you give this Discord? Yeah, it's so. If you want to share your Discord link, feel free. Alright, wow. So first things first, I do like the fact that you have a command that shows all of the other commands. So if I do joke, to understand what recursion is, you must first understand what recursion is. That's a good joke right there. To understand what recursion is, you must first understand what recursion is. Okay. Yeah, it's also, if you want, I can link the server so that you can have a lot of people to help test. That's up to you, man. Let me know if you want to drop the invite link. Hey, welcome to the stream. Perfect. One mistake is that some people tend to go straight into coding when they want to code such a Discord bot with no. Yeah, Cernsma, that's a good point. And I always advocate for people to learn how to code first before they do anything else. It's very important. The reason why you should always learn the basics of coding first before doing anything else is because if you don't know the basics, you're going to run into so many things that you're just not going to understand. And it's kind of like, wanting to, I don't know, drive a car, but not actually learning how to drive a car. Hopefully that is a good analogy. But you're just going to feel so frustrated. You're not going to know the basics, Oh, I really love this meme. This is a funny meme. Yeah, these are some good commands. I like it. Keep going, man. Keep coding. You got some good commands going on over here. Kick obviously probably wouldn't work for me, but ping, help. Cool. When you learn how to code, it's like building a house, yeah. How can I detect how much invites have each person on my server? I'm not sure what you mean by fake invites. I don't know what a fake invite means, but if you want to detect how many invites are in a server, if you look at the documentation, and if you go over to guild, there's a method called fetch invites. Okay, this will return a collection, which is basically a data structure. It's going to have all of the guild invites. Okay, and you can go through this collection and check every single invite and the size. Okay. Hey, Norha King. Yeah, man. Have a good night. Thanks for checking out the stream. I appreciate it. And yeah, when you learn how to code, it's like building a house. Yeah, you always got to start from, somewhere. You can't just jump straight in, jump through hoops. It takes a lot of people many years to really get really good at programming, and to really, discover that they actually can do this. You're not going to become, a pro programmer overnight. It's going to take a really long time to master it. And it also depends on how fast you grasp onto it. I made a bot for COVID statistics Warcraft auction house API. Discord is a nice way to communicate. Yeah, man, that's great. Discord has an amazing API. Yeah, Valentin, I'm not really sure what a fake invite would really mean, to be honest. I didn't know invites could be fake. Did you want to do a series with Electron and Discord.js? I mean, if I did do a series on Electron, it probably wouldn't be with Discord.js. I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe. I mean, here's the thing. If I were to build a dashboard for my Discord bot, right? I would probably just turn it into a cross-platform application. I would make it so that it can work on mobile. I would make it so that it can work on desktop and all that kind of stuff. Also, I host on Raspberry Pi, so I also use TI to send it. Yo, Raspberry Pis are sick, man. Yo, after this coronavirus stuff goes away, I'm gonna be doing like crazy giveaways. Like, you have my word on that. I'm gonna be giving away like Raspberry Pis. They're very cheap too, so and it's a good way for people to experiment and host their own bot and stuff. I definitely want to do giveaways. I've been wanting to do this for so long, but right now with COVID-19 everything, yeah. Hey, dude, you said you needed a good mod. I sent you a good one through DM. Okay. I'll take a look at that later. Like, we're not looking for mods, like, right now. Like, not right now, but we are... Like, I've been talking with my moderators, and we all agree that, it's definitely not fair for my mods, because we only have 2 mods. It's not fair for them to have all the burden, and I would never want to put all the burden on them, because obviously they're busy with their lives, too. But we are going to be looking for some in the future. And we are going to be posting the criteria on the announcements tab. Okay? We are going to be doing that. And you can read through it. And yeah, of course, like I said, the criteria, you don't have to meet it super strict. Like, you don't have to, talk every single day, 24/7 on the server. You just have to be a nice person. That's it. What is good programming language for beginner? Python or JS? Valentin. In my opinion, I think Python is very good for beginners. But I also think JavaScript is good for beginners. Now, the problem with JavaScript is that there are so many things that you can do with JavaScript that when you're a beginner, you don't know what to focus on. When I first started with JavaScript, I primarily focused on JavaScript on the client side, right? I focused on the client side, and I was just, just building stuff for my website. That's it. But then I learned about Node.js, and I was like, wow, this is actually pretty cool. And then there's so many different things that you can do with JavaScript. There's not really one direction, right? There's I don't even know, event-driven. It's event-driven. It's also object-oriented, functional, all kinds of stuff. Python itself doesn't have all those crazy things, but there are some, cool stuff with Python. But it's really hard to say, man. I would just say Python, As a JavaScript developer, I would not. As a JavaScript developer, I'm not, recommending JavaScript, which is pretty ironic. But if anything, I would never recommend Java as a first programming language for absolute beginners. For me, JS is more interesting. Yeah, if you stick with JS, I'm not saying JS is a bad language to learn, but if you stick with JS, it's going to be very rewarding because you only need to learn JS one time. You can then use it for the client side as well as the server side. How can you learn Discord.js fast? Shanu, let me tell you something. It took me about, it honestly took me, I would say, 6 to 8 months to actually get the hang of the Discord library. But there were still a lot of things that I didn't quite understand. You shouldn't look at it as learning the library. You should look at it as learning the fundamental concepts of programming. Because here's the thing. A lot of Discord bot developers who just follow tutorials, they kind of just focus on just one thing, right? And even for me, as someone who makes tutorials, I would always suggest someone to read documentation, learn how to code through reading and studying and all that kind of stuff, and, just play around with it. But everyone is different, everyone has different learning sets. For me, Discord.js was the first library that I've ever used with Node.js. It was the first thing I've ever done, like, outside of academics. Like, I didn't know anything about coding. So I first jumped into Discord.js with a little bit of knowledge of programming. Like, I knew how to code in Java, but I just didn't know much about JavaScript. So a lot of the stuff like promises, callback functions, it took a very long time for me to understand. But I spent a lot of time. I worked, super hard. Like, every single day I was just, building a Discord bot. I was constantly just grinding it out. And being able to just wake up and just be like, yo, I want to code a Discord bot today. I got to finish implementing, my commands for my economy system. Being able to think of that the moment I wake up was pretty awesome. It's what kept me motivated to continue learning. And I slowly started, learning other things too, like Express, Angular, Vue.js, React, all these other frameworks, GraphQL, everything. And that's why this channel itself, we're still growing. There's a lot of room for growth, and I would not want to just have this channel just focus on one thing. There's a lot of things that I plan on doing. That's why I'm pushing, that's why on this channel I'm doing a lot of different things. I'm doing, Discord bots with MySQL, Discord bots with MongoDB, and I'm slowly introducing, right? I gotta do it in a strategic way. Like, obviously, if I just upload a video right now in Python, probably no one's gonna watch it because most of my viewer base are JavaScript developers. But what if I made a video that showed you how to interact with a Python file with a JavaScript file? Then, a lot of Python developers and a lot of JavaScript developers would probably want to watch that. They'd be like, yo, this guy is trying to connect two languages together. What is this sorcery? You know what I mean? So I got to think of it in like a strategic way, how I can bridge the gap between moving from Discord into web development, which is what I enjoy doing a lot as well. And so the best thing to do is to make a video on how to create a Discord dashboard. That would definitely, be have like a lot of people interested. But of course, right now I'm still working on the series. I'm definitely going to be using either React or Vue. Definitely not Angular, because Angular has such a high learning curve, and it took me like about 3 to 4 months to finally understand Angular, and it took me like 3 weeks after building a project with Angular to fully understand how everything worked. And I was just looking at Angular yesterday for the first time after like 2 months, and I was like, holy crap! Like, this is like, I don't remember a lot of stuff. Vue is Python of front-end frameworks. Is it? Honestly, Vue was the first web framework that I've ever used, and I honestly loved it so much. Like, let me see if I can show you my first Vue.js project. Hopefully I still have it. Oh, let me show you my first project that I made. Definitely took me a little bit. This was my first ever front-end project that I ever built, and I was actually really like this. Let's see if I can start this up. And cd dane server npm run npm start. Well, yeah, I have 10 years behind me. Yeah, that's great. Having that experience definitely will help you. Oh, I have like some I'm back, so any command ideas? Not really sure. I do have some that I did mention, but I would say maybe just look at some bots, maybe look at like Dino, or look at look at some popular bots and try to like see if you can redesign those commands yourself. Okay, let's take a look at this project that I have not worked on for so long. Okay, so this was my first ever Vue.js full stack project. Let's see. Let's make an account. Let's call this Anson F at Anson.com. Anson 123. An account is already registered with the details. Let's try Anson 1F. Okay, so we can log in. Anson 1F. Anson 1F. 123. Invalid. Oh, 1F, not 1D. Alright, so if we log in, nothing too crazy. I don't remember. Oh, there we go. We have our data now. No, this is my I'm just showing like I'm just showing the people who are watching right now my first ever Vue.js project. Well, my first ever full stack project, which I did using Vue.js, Express. Obviously the design is pretty crap. I think Vue Bootstrap for this. Have you ever worked with Firebase before? Yadibolt. Actually, I have. I have a web app that is built on Firebase. I'll show you. right now. Or not built on Firebase, it's hosted on Firebase right now. So I built this app for my university. So it's this laundry app over here. And let me go ahead and resize this. If you actually access this from your phone, it'll actually look really beautiful. If I change the iPhone, it's going to have the native iPhone theme to it. And this application is hosted on Firebase, but my API is hosted on my own server. So right over here you can see I can select a building. I can select Liberty Terrace, and I can select South. And it basically just shows you laundry data. I think my API server is actually down right now. I gotta go on. Let me log into my server and check, because I remember I rebooted my server. But I don't remember. Let me see. Hopefully I remember my password. Okay, there we go. Thank God I remember my password. Let's see. We want to go into... I'm just on my server right now. ULB Laundry Mobile, CD server. Okay, PM2 status. Skillshare? What is Skillshare? Oh, I know what Skillshare is. I've never used it. If I'm being honest. But, hey man, whatever helps you learn the most, learn the most efficiently, just do it. Just do it. Alright, so this should work now. Okay, that was an epic fail. Let's try this again. So let's tell that. And that gives us laundry data, so we can see all of the available machines. Okay, we can swipe and see all of the machines are available. I can also refresh if I drag down. I can't drag down here, but on mobile, you can drag down and it'll refresh. And that's pretty much it, you know. And it's just a simple laundry app that I made, and my university residents seemed to have liked it a lot, so yeah. Yeah, like, you know, honestly, there are some content that are not on YouTube. Like, I was looking for some, I was trying to learn Spring Boot, like full stack Spring Boot with React. Excuse me. And I couldn't find anything on, like, I don't know, I just couldn't find what I was looking for, so I ended up getting a Udemy course. But only use, like, Skillshare, Udemy, only use those platforms if you just can't find the content on YouTube. But they are great platforms, though, like, you want to go for, like, the courses that have a lot of good ratings. But I would always recommend Udemy, as well as Skillshare, if you need it, though, that is. And yeah, Stack Overflow is also important, too. Learning how to Google, learning how to do research, learning how to do all of these things is important. Yeah, like, I remember when I first started coding, like 3 years ago, I didn't know anything about Googling. But I started, you know, learning how to actually Google effectively, and now any question that I ever have, I just literally ask Google. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's why documentation is so important. Yeah, you know, not everyone likes watching YouTube videos. You know, I started out watching YouTube videos, but it gets to a point where you kind of reach this level of maturity where you don't necessarily need YouTube videos anymore. You become self-sufficient, and you can start learning how to read documentation and learning how to kind of like pioneer your own, you know, your own learning skills, I guess. Hey man, Bub's Life, thanks for checking out the stream, man. I appreciate it. We'll see you soon. But yeah, let me get rid of this. Are you able to make a bot that plays videos like music but the video? I don't know. Like, if you mean like doing it in a stream, then maybe. I'm not sure. I've never done it before. I want to try Skillshare to like renew and sustain. I think he's talking about like streaming it in like a Discord channel. But I've never done it before. Can you see my first Discord JS bot? Yeah, sure. I actually showed this the other day on stream, and it was actually my first ever bot that I've ever done. But why not show it to you guys again? You can roast me for how bad I was back then. This was 3 years ago, so it's been a really long time. But a lot has changed since then, so I'm not really ashamed. But this was my first ever Discord bot. And if we look over here, you can see already that I have the bot token right over here, which is already a mistake. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff that is pretty boring that's going on in this code. But just, you know, for me just looking at it is it's pretty bad compared to how I do things now. But this was my first ever Discord bot I ever made. It was basically I would web scrape a page from my university, and I would send all of those links into my Discord chat. How do you put your code onto GitHub? Oh, so you need to set up, well, first you have to install Git. And then you have to, you can either do a couple things. You can either, if you already have an existing project, you create a GitHub repository, you copy the remote URL, and then you set the remote URL on your Git repository on your local machine. And you can probably just watch a video and learn how to do that real quick. I do have a video that shows you how to do it though. But it shouldn't be too hard. Just make sure you have Git installed. And then you want to stage, commit, and push. Hey, Gadbolt. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for checking it out. Go to your GitHub page. I want to see how yours looks like. Hey, let's see what my GitHub homepage looks like. That's my GitHub. I'm making fruit, by the way, for you guys wondering what's with the noise. What is Git? Git is a version control system, and it basically allows you to, I guess, kind of like, you know, keep track of certain versions of your code. I started using it professionally like recently, so there's a lot for me to learn with Git. But it's a good way to kind of like version like every single piece of your code and put it into snapshots. So that way, in case something ever happens, you can always have a backup. But there's a lot that you can do with Git though. It's not just like a place just to host your or not with GitHub. There's a lot you can do with it. It's not just a place where you can host your code. If something ever goes wrong with, let's say, if you're migrating your code to like a different version, and if something goes wrong, you can easily just pull your recent changes from the master branch or the latest commit and restore your code again. There's a forum. That's cool. Oh, you're talking about this? Well, this was an Angular app that I was trying to make for my Discord server. I basically wanted to make my own. I basically wanted to make my own Stack Overflow for my own server, but I think I'm gonna actually make something else for my server. I definitely do want to work on a big project though, and it's gonna be pretty freaking awesome. It's gonna have lots of guides, tutorials, all that kind of stuff. Still gonna be uploading on YouTube though, but the website itself is just going to be like, you know, a platform where, you know, you can write posts, keep documentation. It's just like, you know, a mock Stack Overflow. No way am I trying to compete with Stack Overflow or Dev2. Yeah, Git is very important. And I first learned Git when I was, like, I think a sophomore. And that was honestly the only valuable thing my professor for data structures ever taught us. Because we had to learn everything on our own. So, I mean, hey, I appreciate that she had us use Git. It was actually forced because we had to use it. But I really like Git, though, and GitHub. You know, honestly, one thing that I wish is, I wish I coded more when I was a kid. I didn't start coding until I was like, I think 19 years old. It would have been pretty interesting to see how things were like back in the day, you know, before like Node became super popular. I'm sure back in the day it was like all like PHP and stuff. I'm not sure. I think I'm not sure when Node actually really became popular, but coding is a very valuable skill to have. Not everyone can do it. That's why programmers get paid a lot. Yeah, when I was 13, I was able to type like I think 140, 150 words per minute, and everyone was like, "Dude, you're a fucking beast." But there are people who can type like 200 words per minute. You know, like I mean, yo, let me take a typing test real quick. Hopefully, I don't mess this up. Type racer. Oh, there was also okay. Hopefully I don't mess this up. But let's see. Let's do a typing race. Let's enter a typing race. All right, we gotta try to hit number 1. All right, 6 seconds. 3, 2, 1. I messed up on a couple words. Oh, my thing froze. What the hell? My thing froze. My keyboard's frozen. Wow, they don't want me to win. We'll try another one. I don't even know what they're called. Typing test? Not this one. There's a really good one. No, there's another one that I used last time. Hold on, let me find it real quick. Oh, yo, let's race. Type racer. How can I create a room? Can I create a room? I'm a guest. I don't really want to sign up though. Is it possible to create a guest room? The fastest typer on record is Barbara Blackburn with 212 words per minute. Code Igniter. What is Code Igniter? I gotta Google that. Code Igniter. I guess it's PHP. Oh, PHP. Oh boy. Yeah, you know, honestly, I don't know, man. PHP, for some reason, I just can't ever learn PHP. It's just, I don't know. The setup for me is just, it's too complicated for me. Hey, Rockle Games. Welcome to the stream. We're not really creating anything right now. We're just kind of like chilling, chatting, you know, just chilling, you know. I kind of want to do more different types of streams. Like, I don't want to just do coding streams. Like, I want to start doing Minecraft streams, maybe some gaming streams, all that kind of stuff. It's pretty fun interacting with the chat, you know. DM all command. Oh, here we go. Alright, yo, whoever wants to race, let's do it. Let's do it. I don't know who's in the race. We're waiting. PHP works. Yeah, it's not... I don't think PHP is a hard language to learn. It's just like... I don't know. I think setting up compared to like Node was like a lot harder for me. Hopefully my keyboard doesn't mess up. Oh, what the hell? Oh, I actually... Oh! What the hell? Oh, I see. I actually have to go back. Oh, I actually have to go back and fix it. I see. Go play around with Spigot. Yo, should I log into Minecraft? Yo, this stream originally was like a programming stream, where it's now a Minecraft stream. Yeah, man. Look, I want to make some Minecraft plugins. You know, I love Minecraft. I haven't played Minecraft for so long. Like the last time I actually played it was I think 2 years ago, and I had a server with all of my friends from school, and it was freaking awesome. I haven't played in so long, man. I actually want to get a Minecraft server for my Discord community, for my YouTube channel, so that you guys can, you know, just join whenever and play. But I would need to set up like a lot of stuff, like, you know, moderation and like permissions and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Let's do one more race before I open up Minecraft. Since you brought up Minecraft, I would love if you code a Minecraft bot. What do you mean by ranks? Like, what do you mean by ranks? Not Poseidon. Yeah, sure. I'll make a yeah, sure. I do have a video that shows you how to set up TypeScript. Um, hold on. Let's I have Minecraft opened up right now, and let me see if I have my very old worlds. What is this? I haven't played Minecraft in so long. I have like, let's look at some of these worlds. 2016. I had older worlds though. I don't know where they are. I think I think I still have the files saved on my other drive. I just have to load them up. But I have this world from 2012, and let's load this up. Yeah, this is a very old world. Do you really want to load this world? Back up and load. How long will this take? I hope it doesn't take too long. Do a mod in Minecraft. Yeah, you know, honestly, I was thinking about making some Minecraft mods because here's the thing. Like, dude, games that allow you to mod stuff are probably the best games ever because, like, I'm sure that Roblox has, like, an API that allows you to mod stuff, right? Roblox, Minecraft, any Unity game, I'm pretty sure you can mod, like, a majority of Unity games. And if you're a kid, like, if you're, you know, young and if you like computers and you like coding, or if you know like video games, maybe coding, you know, maybe you might want to get into coding a little bit, you know. So like, you know, if you're young and you know you don't if you're like, you know, if you don't got much to do, definitely learn how to code. I wish I learned how to code when I was a kid, but you know, you can't really go back in time and change anything. So the best thing to do is just move forward. Oh, I see, Tony Merlin. Okay, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I'll have to look into that. I don't know if you saw my other video. I do have a video that shows you how to chat between Minecraft servers and a Discord server. But maybe we can implement something like that too. TTS got me into 3D stuff because of mods, yeah. Tabletop simulator. Yeah, dude, like, dude, video games are amazing. Like, they're a great way to enable people to learn. Like, you know, if I ever, you know, when I have kids, I definitely want my kids to learn how to code. You know, that's an important thing. I'm gonna teach them how to code. Like, I'll like maybe 20. Who even knows? Maybe 5, 10 years from now, I'll literally have my 5-year-old just watching a video of me on YouTube and having him learn from that. I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, this was a really old world that I had from like 2 years ago. This is I played in survival mode, but I'm just in creative right now because I just want to like tour the world and stuff. I started coding at the beginning of this year, and I've been watching your channel ever since, and it's really taught me a lot. I even learned how to code a Fitbit clock face. Hey, yo, that's dope, dude. Yo, that's some good stuff right there. I'm glad. Hey, I appreciate it, Heraclo Games. Luca Sereno, hey man, what's up? Yo, what's going on, Luca? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, dude, this was the world that I was playing back in 2012. I think, how old was I then? I think 14 or 15. I don't even remember. But yeah, like, this was like really, really long time ago. And we were just like, I had like so many friends on the server. Like, we had like a whole bunch of people on the server just building so many things. And I built this stuff over here, and I think, let me show you my inventory. I should still have my old inventory. Like, this was my castle over here, and I had all of this stuff. Like, I grinded all of this. I played a lot of Minecraft back when I was a kid. See, look, I could have been learning how to code when I was a kid, but instead I was too busy playing Minecraft. Yeah. My frame rate is lagging a little bit on Minecraft. You rich boy? Yo, I don't even think that's worth anything in this modern day. Like, if this was a faction, that would have been rated by now. But yeah, I had this thing where I really loved flattening my worlds. So you can see, like, look at how flat this is. This was not world edit. Like, I manually did all of this. I flattened everything out. And you see that over there? That little platform, I did all that myself. Same thing with the wheat farm. Same thing with this. I was actually trying to build like a sky island. You're a rich boy. Well, Minecraft is handy. Teaches you about materials. Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is true. I think, Minecraft does enable a lot of people to learn a lot of things. Actually, Minecraft itself is considered a Turing complete. And if you don't know what that means, I would suggest you Google it. But what it basically means in like simple terms is you can basically do anything you want in Minecraft. Because there was someone that actually built a computer in Minecraft. Like, that was pretty crazy. So, I'm sure you can even make a coding language in Minecraft. I'm not sure how I would do that, but I'm sure it is possible. But yeah. I really miss Minecraft, though. Honestly, I really want to get a survival server set up. I think it would be, it would definitely, relieve some childhood stuff. Minecraft coding is this? Yes, it does. No, but I mean, like, inside the actual game. Like imagine inside Minecraft, you created a computer and allowed it to, understand, instructions and stuff. You know what I mean? Redstone. Yeah, Redstone, dude, Redstone was so, like, back then when I was a kid, I didn't understand Redstone at all. But I finally understand it now. Like, the past 2 years, I finally, like, started understanding Redstone a lot more. Oh, my frame rate is low because I have my, what is this? I have my rendered chunks set to 32. Let's bring it down to 25. Should be a little bit better. I make Minecraft mods all the time. Yo, that's dope. What kind of Minecraft mods do you make? Yeah, this is not much here. The Minecraft source code is so messy. I've never seen the Minecraft source code before, so I would have to take a look at that. What is this world? Hey Anson, we are both YouTubers. I'm trying to get into making a coding channel. Yo man, you should. You should, man. Make a coding channel. Look, I highly recommend everyone who enjoys coding to make a YouTube channel and just record videos. If you have the resources, record videos. Just record stuff of you making stuff. Look back at it 3 years from now and be like, yo, I can't believe I've improved so much since then. I went away for a second. I saw you playing. I was like, what? Yeah, I was playing Minecraft, man. But unfortunately, I don't think my computer can handle myself streaming other games. Let me see if I can open up my Steam. I'm actually going to build a new computer soon. Like, I'm actually thinking about... Let me show you the rig that I want to build. It's PCPartPicker.com. This is the rig I want to build. Yeah, dude, I recently picked up Premiere Pro. And I started learning how to edit. There's still a lot to learn. But, I think programming has matured me a lot to really just, be able to just learn whatever I want. Like, if I want to learn how to use Premiere Pro, I just, YouTube videos, guides, all that kind of stuff, Google. Same thing with Photoshop, That's why, I don't want to just focus on just programming. I want to do other things, too. Let's see. I'm looking at my Steam library right now. And I have, like, so many games that I don't even play. I used to use Sony Vegas. Yeah, when I was like 13, 14, I used to use Sony Vegas. What GPU? I have a GTX 1070. EVGA GTX 1070. Free host for website. Hackle Games. You can use GitHub Pages. GitHub Pages. Look that up. You can use it to host static sites. But if you're using a backend, you might have it might be a little bit more challenging. I know After Effects, Photoshop, Anime. Yeah, that's dope. What CPU do I currently have? I have an i7-6700K. That's why if I try to stream something like, I don't even know. Like if I try to stream, I don't even know. I don't even know what games I could stream. The last game that I streamed was, I think, I'm trying to look. I think it was City Skylines. I like City Skylines a lot. I really like building cities. Are you going to keep that GPU? Yeah. So Pata, I'm glad you asked that. So when I first showed this link to the people, to like PC builder enthusiasts, they're like, dude, where's your GPU? And I was like, well, I'm just gonna use my current GPU right now because I don't really play much video games anymore. So I would just use my old GPU. But if I were to get a new GPU in the future, I would get a GTX 2080, or no, not GTX, RTX 2080. But it is hella expensive. Like the RTX 2080 Ti is like $1,100, man. Like that's just expensive as hell. So, but I would have to consider getting that later. But this build though, like, let me zoom in a little bit. Do you want to make a bot together and make content about it? Yeah, like if you have any ideas, we can talk a little about it. I work in a computer shop. I build and repair PCs a lot. Yo, that's dope, dude. Like it was actually when I was a kid, like when I was in high school, I really wanted to work as like a PC builder. So you're lucky to have that job. I would love to build PCs like just every day. Like aside from my current job right now, I would just love to build PCs every single day. So I'm sure you definitely are able to maintain that knowledge of just understanding, where certain parts go, how certain things work, and all that kind of stuff. For me, I'm not really much of a hardware guy, so I usually ask the hardware enthusiast about it. But it is pretty interesting to understand, some of the hardware stuff. Thanks for helping. Yeah, no problem, man. I currently have a no problem hardcore games. I currently have a RTX 2060 6GB with an i7 8700. Yeah, dude, that's freaking dope. I remember during the last summer, I helped my friend build a new PC. It was his first built PC ever. He had, I think, a Ryzen 2600X, an RTX 2060, and he loves it. Have you ever used Message Collector? Yes, I have, son. I actually do have a couple videos on using Message Collector, so feel free to check it out. They're actually very nice to use. A Radeon Gigabyte. Yeah, like, honestly, I really want to get liquid cooling, but I don't know. I'm kind of really paranoid about, the liquid cooler leaking. It doesn't really happen that often, but there is a small chance, and I kind of don't want to risk that chance, even after 4 years, because I've had my current computer for 4 years. And it still works fine, but, I think it's honestly time to get a new rig. Rockle Games, hey, man. Welcome. Thanks for checking out the stream, man. We'll see you next time. When did you start programming? I started programming about 3.5 years ago. 3.5 years ago. My first language was Java. I have a question. I'm 14 and I'm trying to get into coding. Do you think I get into it before I'm 18 and turn into a good job? Swezi, that's a good question. So that is absolutely reasonable. You have so much time. 4 years is actually, well, 4 years is not really a lot of time, depending on how you spend it. Okay? But, I would recommend you learn it right now. Get into coding, learn how to do it. By the time you're 18, I don't know where you are, whether you're in the USA or Europe or Australia. The job market, at least I can say this for the United States where I currently am. I can't speak for Europe or Australia or other places. The job market for programmers is going to be very demanding all the time because programming, it's going to grow all the time. Okay? So the thing is, the question is though, do you want to go to college to actually get the job? Right? Now that's really, it really depends. I know a lot of people who got a really good job, pay 6 figures, but without a college degree, right? But the thing is that if you get fired from that job, and if you try to apply for another one, there's a chance that recruiters will weed you out just because you don't have that title. Some companies are very strict with having a degree, at least a degree, not even just programming, like not even just computer science degree, just like any degree. And if you show that you have skills, then they'll hire you. But some companies, though, see more value in the person's portfolio, the person's skill set, rather than just a piece of paper that said you went to college, So, you got lots of time, man. If I were you, I would learn as much as I can right now. But, take your time. Don't overwhelm yourself. You're still young. You still got a lot to learn. Just the most important thing is to see growth over the next 4 years and see how far you become. But if you apply, if you practice every single day, if you practice and practice and practice, you're gonna get where you want to be. Yeah, so it's Ozo. Yeah, like, yeah, we could work on a bot together, but at the moment, I'm currently busy working on, like, my own bot right now. So, unfortunately, like, we wouldn't be able to, like, work on a bot until, like, later on. You know? I'm from Brazil. I started coding this year. Yo, that's good, man. I'm glad that everyone's coding. Like, the world needs more developers. You can never run out of developers. You're creating a 5M bot. Hey, that's cool. What is 5M again? I forgot what 5M is. Oh, GTA. Yeah, I've heard about this before. Yo, let me know how that goes. I'd be interested to check it out later. How long do I think? I'm not sure. I can't really give you an estimate time. But, you know, I do have good news for you, though, and for everyone that's watching. I'm going to host an event sometime in the summer, or maybe even May or something. And the whole purpose of this event is to get together, you know, remotely, obviously, and, you know, work on a project together. Now, the project is obviously going to be a Discord bot, but we're going to have criteria for it, okay? You guys are going to have to use Git and GitHub, and you're going to have to learn how to make pull requests to GitHub. And so basically the way it works is you're going to make a pull request. You're basically going to write your own code. Okay, you're going to write like a small snippet. So let's say, for example, we have an open project, right? You're going to make your own custom command. You're going to make your own custom command, and you're going to submit your code, and we're going to review it. If it gets approved, you're going to get 1 or 2 points, depending on what the command is. And the final winners are going to get a prize. Okay? Dude, I'm so excited to host this event. Like, we're going to do one in Python and one in JavaScript. And it's going to be so much fun. Like, I can't wait. Yeah, I need a MySQL and you post the video. Hey, man, son, hopefully it helps you out. Official Ronsky. I started coding last month, and I'm the guy that always asks in your Discord server how to do this. You know, your name is very familiar, but I honestly just don't fully remember. Oh, there you are. I think I recognize you from the profile. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's what I want to make a website for my bot. Like, yet another general purpose Discord. What do you recommend for coding in general, JS or Python? Either one. You know, you're still new. Pick one. Doesn't really matter. What matters the most is learning the fundamental of programming. If you want, I do have a course. If you check the link in the description, I have a video. I have a playlist that goes over JavaScript, and we focus on like the primary basics of programming. Okay, so I'd suggest learning, you know, one language first, and then focusing on other stuff later. Son, you helped me a lot. Yo, I'm glad to hear that, dude. Like, I'm glad that my videos are helping people out. Like, 3 years ago when I first uploaded my Discord bot video, I never thought it would get over 40,000 views. But I don't know what. You know what really made me want to make videos? I wanted to just be able to teach other people how to do certain things, and a lot has improved since, you know, 2-3 years. So the fact that I'm able to hear people enjoy my videos is probably the best thing ever in the world. I finished my multi-use Discord bot last week. It basically handles everything in my Discord server. It was great looking at Discord.js docs for 10 hours. Yo, that's good, dude. Like, the fact that you have the skill to, you know, be able to look at documentation and figure things out on your own, that's a very important skill to have. Do I play something like video games? I have Overwatch, but I don't really play Overwatch anymore. I honestly don't even like that game. I kind of want to play Valorant. I think that'd be pretty fun. I don't know. Maybe I'll take suggestions. You know, maybe I don't know. Like, I've been thinking about doing like a gaming stream, because I remember when Pokemon Sword and Shield came out, I bought a capture card. I think it was a Elgato Pro capture card. And I wanted to start uploading, you know, videos on like gaming and stuff, but I didn't think that people would appreciate that kind of content on this channel, because this channel is mostly like coding and stuff. So maybe someday, you know, I'll make like a channel just dedicated for gaming, and we can do like gaming streams and stuff. Just kind of like a way, just anything to kind of just, be more interactive with my community. The reason why I like your channel a lot is because you're extremely consistent and you upload every day. I used to watch Code Lion, but he just stopped uploading and he also didn't explain. Oh, Code Lion. Oh yeah, I know about Code Lion. I think he only uploaded like 10 videos and they just kind of like just disappeared. I don't know. I don't really follow Code Leon, so I wouldn't be able to know how long till we can make it. But I'm not sure. But it's also, I highly recommend you check out the event that I'm going to host later on in the summer. I'm going to host it maybe around May. There's still a lot of things that we have to work on, but it's going to be an awesome event. There's going to be awesome prizes. Like, we're thinking about, like, at least, no, not we, like, for me, I'm thinking about sponsoring, like, my own event, giving awesome prizes, like, I don't know, maybe a mechanical keyboard, a monitor, something cool, I don't want to just give away Discord Nitro. I've been giving away Discord Nitro. I gave away 2 or 3 Nitro subscriptions before in the past, but I want to do a bigger giveaway. Back then, my channel was, like, only at, I think, 600 or 500 subs. And we've grown a lot since then. So I want to do something, even bigger for the community and be more interactive, And so the event is basically just a collaboration. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a GitHub repository, and everyone's gonna be able to write their own code and make a pull request. So that way we can the admins can approve the code or reject the code. Son, the link is in the Discord. I mean, the link is in the description, but I'll link it for you. Is it social distancing? No. But look, if you have the skills, and even if you don't have the skills, like, we're not trying to separate, intermediate, beginner, pro, none of that. Yeah, dude, like, Discord Nitro is nice, but I think a mechanical keyboard is nicer, don't you guys think? Like, just imagine typing on a keyboard like this. Right? There are so many beautiful keyboards. Like, dude, this is the keyboard that I really want to get. Like, Frozen Llama. I really want to get this keyboard. Like, it would be so sick. I don't want to, I kind of don't want to, I don't want to really order right now because I'm kind of paranoid of the whole COVID-19 stuff. Will it be a Red Dragon or what? I know the brand Red Dragon, but I think it'll be better. I think Ducky is probably better and more reliable. I have a Ducky 1 too many. I have this keyboard over here. I've had it for a year now, and I honestly love it. My keys are, I think, reds. When I watch my videos, like, when I'm editing, when I hear, like, the audio, my keyboard just, like, sounds, like, freaking loud. I don't know. Oh, that keyboard. Yeah, so, like, we're trying to give away something, something nice, And I think a keyboard would be something appreciated with a lot of people. Yo, welcome to the Discord community, son. This is a great place to just chill, chat, get help with other people, and it's all judgment free. Like, we don't judge people. If you're a noob, if you're a beginner, whatever background you are, whatever background you have, doesn't matter. We're willing to help anyone. Do I make income on YouTube? I started getting revenue when I hit 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully that answers the question. If you like the keycaps on the Frozen Llama, you could order them separately. They're only $50, which is a lot less. Let's see. Oh, that's true. You could save a lot of money from that. Honestly, I have the one too many, but I really want to get, like, a bigger keyboard. I have, like, 3 keyboards or 4. Okay, and I switched from a numpad keyboard, like a keyboard with, like, a numpad. I switched it to a 60% keyboard, but I kind of miss having, like, the arrow keys separate, because now I need to use the function keys. Like, you see how over here, I need to use the function key to use the arrow keys. I'm starting in this programming world. Listen, son. You got a lot to learn. Okay? You got a lot to learn. Even if you think you know everything, you're never going to know everything. And that's the beauty of programming. You're going to learn how to learn. Okay? So, I hope you have an awesome journey with programming. AV, welcome to the stream, man. I don't know. For me, I get kind of annoyed with my keyboard sometimes, so I don't really like it. But people recommend learning Python first, but I just say whatever. Yeah, dude, official Ronsky, that's what's up. Learn whatever you want, man. It doesn't matter. You can even learn like an assembly language if you want. It doesn't matter. Just learn something. Whatever helps you get started. I'm learning how to use Message Clicker. I needed to do a waitlist. Oh, that's good. I don't know, like, I personally started with C# and continued with the C family, Java, JS, C++. Oh, that's good. You have a nice background going on for you. Son, thanks for subscribing, man. Really appreciate it. Really means a lot. What JavaScript framework do you work with? Personally, I've used Angular the most, and I like Angular. But right now, I have to use React for my job. Hey, my LOL kindness Roblox. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, Spielmaster. We've just been chilling, just been chatting. You know, I'm having fun. I think everyone else is as well. A non-toxic chat, just a chill chat. I do. I'm in the United States, the epicenter of the coronavirus, or more specifically, I'm in New York, the epicenter of the coronavirus in the United States. Glitch Zero, thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate it. Yeah, I've been working from home for the past month and for the past 5 weeks. I have never went outside, and yeah, so I'm doing a pretty good job at social distancing. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's fine. You just gotta be smart, You just gotta be a little bit smart, Do I have a course on learning JavaScript? I do. If you look in the description, there's a link. Okay. I actually want to learn how to code a YouTube bot. I think I was looking at the YouTube API, but I'm not sure how I would go about it. Maybe you guys can help me figure it out. But there's a YouTube API that I want to use to create a chatbot for YouTube. I don't know if it's possible, but I do know that there are some APIs for live streaming. Like over here, there's a live streaming API. Okay, and we could do certain things, but I don't know if we can make like a live chatbot like how you can with Discord. I don't think it's possible, just based on what I've seen, because I looked at this earlier. It is possible, huh? If it is possible, then I gotta look even harder. Let's see. Yeah, I would say that it definitely should be possible. Hey, son, thanks for checking out the stream, man. Really appreciate it. Nightbot, yeah, because I was like, yo, Nightbot is like a chatbot, right? So if Nightbot is possible, and if it's sponsored, like it's literally, I think, like affiliated with YouTube in some way, because it's literally the bot that they have listed on their page, then yeah, it is possible. I just got to do a better job at digging the documentation. But once I figure it out, I definitely want to make a chatbot, and I'll probably do a video on that too. Like I said, the main goal is to do videos on a lot of different things, not just Discord bots. Yeah, Streamlabs bot. Let's see. I would have to look continuous information of the live stream. Huh, okay. As such, live stream users could respond to one, blah, blah, blah. Let's see what this says. So yeah, so I'm seeing over here that there are some functions that we can have. There's bind, there's delete, there's updates, there's list, there's insert. But I don't think that's what we want. We want something like live chat messages, like right over here. A live chat message resource represents a chat message in a YouTube live chat. The resource can contain details about several types of messages. So I guess what we would do is we would listen to like some kind of event, and whenever that event is emitted, this live chat message is going to be sent to us, and then we can use that to respond. I think so. Coding Garden with CJ. I'll have to check that out. Do you know how Facebook... does Facebook have GraphQL? Glitch Zero, I'm not sure what you mean by that. I know Facebook does maintain GraphQL. I've been using React, but recently I've been looking into mobile development, so we're two options. Oh, AV, yeah, I would highly recommend either React Native or Flutter. Honestly, I would suggest Flutter. I use Flutter a little bit, and honestly, I love Flutter so much. And it also was another excuse to learn a new language, even though it is kind of ideal for me to go with React Native. Hey man, learn whatever you feel like is best in your gut. It is possible. I know how to do it. Oh, hello there. Hey, Mick, welcome to the stream. I appreciate it. Yeah, anything's possible. Anything's possible. I'll check out the link later. I kind of want to figure it out on my own, by reading the documentation. Because I think that'd be a fun challenge to just like, read through docs and kind of like figure it out on your own. I'm kind of curious, are most of you guys like subscribers of mine, or like where did you find my stream from? I'm just kind of curious to see like what my demographic is. Dude, I like your channel even though I am a C# developer. Hey, Jean LaRose, man, that means a lot to me. The fact that I'm able to have developers in other languages that enjoy my content, even though I've never made a C# video before, that really means a lot. Can you tell me how to read Discord.js docs? Yeah, we could do a quick recap on that. I'll actually make a video on that too. Like, I'll make a video on how to interpret the Discord.js docs and how to look for stuff. But it does require you to understand object-oriented programming, though. True, but people are using other applications. I subbed today. I watched the videos. Appreciate the sub. It's Ozo. I came around your channel when I wanted to work with my Discord bot. Okay, awesome. Oh, it's because I want to know how to code JavaScript. Awesome. Yeah, sure, I got you. You have the lots. Thanks. I got no. Hey, man. Appreciate it, Cause Patat. Alright, let's open up some Discord.js docs. Someone asked me to read the Discord.js documentation, like the Bible. Okay. But yeah, this is something that a lot of people don't know how to do. But I guess we can kind of go over it briefly. I found your channel looking for C# Discord bot tutorials. Oh, wow. That's awesome. I don't have any C# tags, but if my videos are being recommended to C# developers, maybe that's a hint to switch over to JavaScript. I'm just kidding. I was looking around because I was bored, and when I wanted to see some Discord bot stuff, and I saw this. That's awesome. I'm subscribed. I was playing Minecraft, and I got a notification saying you're alive. Hey, man, that's awesome. Appreciate the support, man. Oh, really? Wow. Wow, that's awesome. Jean LaRose, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. Every subscriber matters. Yeah, no tags, but it must suggest the videos. Yeah. Okay, so the Discord.js documentation. So I'm not really going to focus strictly on Discord.js docs, but I'll talk about how to like interpret documentation like in general, because a lot of people just like I don't want to just teach one thing. I want to be able to teach something in a more generic way. So once you learn how to like read documentation, search documentation, like you'll be able to do that with any documentation. So let's say for example, like assuming that someone knows like the very basic things, right? If the library itself is documented really well, they'll have like a lot of stuff too. They'll have examples, right? A lot of these things. Let's say, for example, if you wanted to get all of the members in a guild. Okay, so the first thing that you should think to yourself is, okay, how do I get all of the members in a guild? Okay, so ask yourself, okay, how would I get the members in a guild? Well, members are part of the guild object, okay, and this is why it's very important for you to understand object-oriented programming. The concept of objects, classes, all these things are super crucial to actually mastering the documentation for Discord.js and understanding all the terminology. So, the guild object, which is an instance of guild, okay, you can see over here in the docs, we're on the guild class, okay, and there's a property called members, okay, because a guild has members, right? Every single member on this guild, okay, it all belongs to the guild. A user doesn't have members. A DM channel doesn't have members. Channel doesn't have members, but a guild has members. Okay? And this concept is called aggregation, or not aggregation, it's called association. In terms of aggregation or composition, we're not going to focus so much about that, but we're basically saying, hey, look, the guild class has a members collection, and this corresponds to a guild member manager. And if you click on it, there's a property called cache, which gives you a collection, and that's the collection of all of the members in the guild, okay? And now you're probably wondering, okay, well, what if I want to do something else? Well, let's say if you want to get all the roles in a guild, and you'll think, okay, what could the roles property belong to? What object could it belong to? Okay? Christian Chan, I would suggest you join our Discord server. This is a very great place to get help on coding. Join that server and ask your question over here on Discord JS or on any of these channels, and then someone will be able to answer you. Do I program with Python as well? I do, Sergio. I do have a couple videos with Python. Maybe you can check them out. Would I ever consider making a Twitter monitor? I would. I would. Well, I don't know. Webhooks. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. Let's see. What are objects classes? So objects are basically an instance of a class. Okay. Now the question is, what is a class? So think of a class like this. Okay. Imagine you have a blueprint of a house. Okay. You design a house, and the house has like certain properties. It has certain features. The house can have an amount of doors. It can have windows. It can have the amount of floors. All that kind of stuff. So you have the blueprint designed, but now you actually need to implement the house. So ask yourself, is every single house going to look the same thing? Right? Is every single house going to look the same? Not necessarily, right? You have one blueprint, but every single outcome, the outcome of every single house is going to differ just a little bit. Okay? So the class itself is just a structure that you can use. You can create instances of that class, so that way you can have multiple different entities of one particular instance. Okay, so for example, let's say we have a person class, right? Not every single person is the same. Like me, you, everyone in this chat, we're all different in some certain ways. Some of us has different hair color. Some of us have, different height, weight, all that kind of properties. Okay. It's invalid. It should work. It should work without a doubt. There are people joining. Yeah, there are people joining, so it should work. Is it possible if you can make a tutorial on how to... Yeah, I could, Sergio. For what? Discord Pi or Discord JS? It would say it's invalid if you're banned. I don't know. I hope you're not banned on my server. But it should be valid. And let me know if the stream JS best language. Christian Chan. I don't disagree, but I also don't fully agree 100%. That's objective fact. Did I leave my server? I don't think so. I think I got kicked. I just noticed right now. Worked for me. That's objective fact. Sergio, I don't disagree with you, to be honest. The Python docs are a little bit meh. I think the Python docs were generated with like some tool. It's really annoying navigating the Python docs. It's 4:57 a.m. here, and I'm still sitting here. This is live and loving it. Yo, that's dope, dude. Where are you, AV? I wrote the bot to offend as many people as possible. LMAO. Christian Chan, just post your if you ever have a question like with your Discord bot, you can just directly ask like on the server. You don't have to say need help. Just post your question, try to post some code, because either me or someone on the server will see the question, and then they can just click on the link and they can just take a look at it. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, let's take a look at it. Just post your code on the server. You're from South Asia, wow. All the way from South Asia. What part of South Asia are you from, if you don't mind me asking? Python docs a little messy. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, I absolutely agree. But I'm not trying to roast the entire Python docs. Honestly, look, if I'm being honest with you, hey, welcome back, Hazy. If I'm being honest with you, if I were to pick between Discord JS and Python or Discord Pi, I would pick Discord Pi. And there's only one reason why I would pick Discord Pi. You want to know why? Because Discord Pi has cogs, and using cogs is the most beautiful thing. I love it so much, and I wish I can go back to cogs, but I'm so invested into JavaScript now that I don't want to jump between languages. Mick, you helped me learn Discord JS, then led into coding JavaScript itself. Hey Mick, That's really awesome to hear, man. And I got one important tip for you. Don't ever stop coding. Oh, wow, Avi, that's awesome. Wow. I'm glad to know that people from India are watching my videos too. Dude, India is such a huge country. They might as well consider its own continent. Yeah, I'll take a look at it like, maybe like tomorrow or something. Because, after I'm done streaming, I'm going to just relax and stuff. But I can definitely do that. I was thinking about making a test server. I was thinking about making a test server so I can test my bot with a lot of people. And other people can also invite their bots too and test as well. But I would need to really like set it up so that people don't abuse like commands and stuff. I don't know. I'm so invested into C family, I can't switch. Honestly, I don't blame you, dude. Like I really wish I was a better C and C++ developer. But honestly, I don't know. I feel like the jobs that are for C and C++ aren't so entertaining, in my opinion. Not talking about C sharp, but just talking about C and C++ because you're gonna be working with a lot of low level stuff. A lot of C++ developers and C developers usually work in like embedded systems, like routers, maybe telephones, all that kind of stuff. But if you're into game development, you can use libgdx. No, not libgdx, is it? No, Unreal Engine, I think, is what it is. Libgdx is for Java. But you can get to game development. You can build system software that works really well. Like, I think Adobe products are all built with, like, low-level languages. I am honestly thinking about taking Python as the backend for my Flutter app, but I'm just confused between Python and Golang. Honestly, AV, I was thinking about switching from Node.js to Golang because I've read a lot about Golang, about how it's so much better for memory usage. I gotta look into it though. But I really want to learn new languages. You know what language I really enjoy, but I never get to use? Clojure. Clojure is a functional programming language. It's a different paradigm. If you've never done programming, if you've never done like a functional programming before, it's gonna be really weird. But I really wanted to learn functional programming. You should make a Discord bot website template. What do you mean by that? Like a dashboard or like a website that allows you to generate templates? Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, like a bot website. Okay. But C Sharp is a beautiful language, though. It's an amazing language. I honestly am thinking, yeah, I never touched Python. Yeah, Golang's there. Testing server. Let me see. So, I think this is you, Christian Chan. Let's see. Okay, so from what I'm looking at the logs, everything seems fine. Like the build succeeded, but check the logs and see what the issue is. Oh, is it? Wow, Mick. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate it. Yeah, I agree, Official Ronsky. C Sharp is kind of easy. Well, it's actually very easy if you know Java already, because the language, like both the languages, are very similar. There are just some other cool features with C Sharp. It didn't log in. Can you do me a favor, Christian Chen? Go to Heroku. I'll show you where to go. You're gonna go over to Heroku. You're gonna click on let's see. Click on your application. You're gonna go over to view logs, and you're gonna look for the logs. Okay. You're gonna look at the logs over here, and you're gonna take the logs and paste in the chat. If there are no logs, you might need to rebuild your bot again. But every single time your bot succeeds, there should be some logs. C Sharp is kind of easy. Yeah, Golang is pretty cool. Yeah, that's true, AV. There are a lot of amazing languages that are built, but the community is just so small. Yeah, like just post as much as you can, but try to hide if there's any sensitive data, like your email, hide it out. Is Heroku free forever to host bots? You only get 22 days, which I think it's 550 hours. If you add a credit card, you get 1,000 hours total. So, which is I think 43 days, which is good enough, and it resets every month. Not many people like coding; they think it's too complex. That is true. That is very true. Coding is not something. Coding is not meant to be easy. Coding is not meant to be easy. In my opinion, though, it really just depends on the person. Like, it really depends on how hard you work on it. If you actually spend the time and dedicate a lot of time to, you know, learn, then yeah, it's rewarding in the end. But, there's a difference between, people who want to do the hard stuff and people who want to do the easy stuff. The people who want to do the hard stuff are going to end up on the top at some point. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 10 years or so. How do you get it to post John Doe? What do you mean, Soon Hesselberg? I'm not sure what you mean. Do you have any experience hosting bots on the Raspberry Pi 4, Jean LaRose? Yes, I do. I've never used the Raspberry Pi 4, but I've used the Raspberry Pi 3. I know there's some differences in terms of software, but I'm pretty sure they're not so, different. I actually bought a Raspberry Pi last year, and I really liked it, but it wasn't what I needed because I couldn't install, actual Ubuntu on it. It was giving me so many issues, but I was able to deploy my Python bot on my Ubuntu, on my Raspberry Pi. Yeah, so, yeah, no. Heroku is free. It gives you a limited amount of hours, but if you add a credit card, you get an extra 450 hours, so you get 1,000 hours. Taichi, yes, you can. There's a link in the description, but I'll post it here for you. Okay. Yeah, it's free to add. Yeah. What command should I try to add to my bot? I'm a beginner. Let me see. It's Ozo. Why don't you make a server stats bot that shows all of the stats of the server, like the guilds, the roles, all that kind of stuff. I run my gaming community Discord bot on a Raspberry Pi 3. Hey, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, Raspberry Pis are freaking awesome. They're tiny computers that allow you to do so much with it. But for me personally, my needs, I needed something more beefy. I actually ended up building a Linux-based server. It had, I think 8 gigs of RAM, a Ryzen 20... I think it had, a Ryzen 1700. But, honestly, I kind of, ditched it, though. Wait, am I spamming? There's still more logs. I'm not sure. If the bot's not logging in, I think... I would have to see the code, though. I think maybe you are, hold on, why don't you do this? Use something like this. Use SourcePin. Use that. Use SourcePin. That'll be a lot easier for everyone to read. But I think if it's not logging in, if it's not logging in, I think it might be because you don't have the tokens set up correctly on Heroku. I'm not sure. If you post the code, I can kind of see how you're logging with your bot, and we can probably judge from that. I'm going to go do some PHP or something to do with the way PHP. Maybe I'll make an API. Yo, Mick, go ahead and do that, man. PHP, Python, JavaScript, whatever language it is, just do something. I got to go to sleep. Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Hey, my lol kindness Roblox, thanks for checking out the stream, man. I really appreciate the kind words, and have a good night. If you let me test your bots on your server, you'll regret it. Dude, I wouldn't even test my own bots on my own server, man, so I don't blame you. I just got a Raspberry Pi and can't get the monitor to work. You know what? Let me pop the chat over here. Hold on, I really wish Streamlabs would show the chat. I kind of wish it did because, let me pop out the chat a little bit. We had a bot member. Yeah, I really wish the Streamlabs thing showed the chat. I don't know why it's not showing the chat. I got a Raspberry Pi 4 and can't get my monitor to work. Jean LaRose. I'm not sure. I do remember I got it to work because I had I think an HDMI port connected, and it just worked for me. I'm just not sure what the issue could be. Maybe some Googling might help, but I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head because I'm not super experienced with it. We had a bot member that wrote for our gaming community. They ended up leaving and shut down the bot without notice. Your videos helped me code and replace it with no background. Eagle Trooper, I'm really glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that. And, I actually was thinking about doing some videos on, explaining why you should code your own bot instead of using, already made bots. There's a lot of reasons why, but, I think it's better to host your own bot. Is there any website that allows you to deploy your bot for free? Tony Merlin, Heroku, but not forever though. You only get 20. Like I said, you only get 22 days. But if you add a debit or credit card, you will get I think 41 days. But it resets every month, so that's technically free. But you still need to add a card. That's cool. No worries. I'll keep trying. Yeah, Jean LaRose. Let me know. Let me know how it goes. Soon Hasselberg. Like I'm currently making a deck of cards when we're posted Discord. Okay, so soon Hasselberg. The reason why that's happening is because you're probably concatenating the string. Yeah, so you need to do JSON.stringify. It looks pretty ugly though, so what I recommend you do is use like an embed message and reference the array. Like get the array and get the current card. Like you could do something like array at subscript 0. Like for example, if the card is like this, you can do array subscript 0 and then name. Something like that, you know what I mean? When you add or type in your command, it posts a picture 7-8 times. Would be really cute animal pictures. Oh my god. I got a really bad idea for stupid bot. You call it risk bot. Why do you add your debit then? You need to add your card if you want to get more hours on it. It's not possible. Where's my chat? They don't charge you. The only reason why is, I guess, to prevent fraud or something. There's a lot of reasons why companies will ask you for your payment. It's to prevent things like fraud, prevent people from abusing it. But yeah, there's a lot of reasons why. Can't people just use several cards? Yeah. I think so. What's the best source bin? What do you mean best source bin? You can try source. Try that maybe. You might like it. Source bin, source.bin. Yeah, there's a game that I really wanted to get. It's called Detroit Become Human. I really love that game. Playing on PS4. I'm gonna chill here because I have no idea what to code a webpage or API about. I don't know, man. You can do a lot of stuff. You can create your own API that returns users in a database. That was my first project I ever did. It was a very simple Express application that I did, and it just returned users. And I learned how to save users and stuff. You gotta start little. If you jump right in to like the hard stuff, like immediately, you're gonna feel very overwhelmed. So it's best to start like little by little. I put on source bin. You need to paste the link on the chat. Did you paste the link on the chat? You need to paste the link on the chat. You have to click on save, and you need to paste the link on the chat. Yeah, that's how it works. It's not like live or anything like that. Yeah, welcome back, Lucius. I've been listening to lo-fi for the past... How long have I been streaming for? 2 hours? I've been listening to lo-fi for the past 2 hours. You guys just can't hear it though. Because I don't want to get copyrighted. Okay, Oh, I see. Okay, so I see your token. So, reset your bot token. Reset your bot token. It works. Like, does it actually work on Heroku? So the problem went away or something? Or, yeah, I'm glad I didn't. I've made an API before. Why can't you change it? It doesn't log on. Oh, okay. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Do you have your Heroku app? Do you have your GitHub? Do you have your bot host on GitHub? Because if you're logging with the raw token by itself, I don't think there should be a problem with logging in. Yeah, reset your token. But there's probably, do you have like a proc file or something? I don't know. Or maybe maybe you don't have a start script. Why don't you do this? Post your package.json file. Post the package.json file. Mick. Hey man, thanks for checking out the stream, man. Really appreciate it. Hope to see you next time. Let me see that. Maybe you don't have a start script. What are all the source bins? They're basically just a place where you can put code on there and other people can see it. Yeah, reset your token quick. Is there a way to run a bot restart command? Yeah, I think so. I think the best thing that you could do is write some kind of custom script that'll restart the node process. Because if you just restart the bot, I don't think you can actually like log the bot out and then manually log back in. But you can restart the process though to have it like reload and everything. I'm gonna make a bin from my bank command. Yeah, do it. Okay, this is your package.json file. Yeah, I think you're missing a script. Oh no, you have it. You do have the start script. I'm not sure. Look, I'm sure there's something else that's popping up in Heroku. I'm just not sure what it is. I'm not sure what it is. But if you look at the logs, it should tell you like the success. Like if you go to view logs on the top right, should tell you. That's up to you. You can choose whether it's misc, info, etc. That's up to you to decide. I might have copied it. Yeah, that is. You definitely do have a correct package.json file, but I'm not sure why I would not log it in. Okay, go over to logs. I think that's only showing the build. You have to go to logs. Like when you build, there's different build logs and there's an actual log itself. You have to go to the top right of your application and then click on view logs to actually see the logs. What do you think it is? Bins could probably fall into misc, in my opinion. Yeah, there's a build log, so the build can succeed, but that doesn't mean that it'll like start up. Hey Sty, I delete my music bot and start from scratch. Yeah, I didn't really get a chance to help this guy out earlier. Well, I mean, I did see his problem from earlier, but he had like a weird circular dependency that I didn't really get a chance to see. Yeah, start script. Let's see. Oh, you're using Discord IO. Oh, you're using a different Discord library. But I'm not sure though. It should still work. I've never used Discord IO before, but the bot, it's saying the bot can't be ran for some reason. Oh, it's a web process. Do you have a proc file? Do you have a proc file? You need a proc file. If you don't have a proc file, I don't think the bot will actually log in. What do you think it is? Yeah, you can make one. You can make that command. Wouldn't be the, you know. Yo, Adam, what's good, man? Hazy, what are your thoughts on Discord bot maker? I don't have any thoughts on it. I don't. I've never used it before, so I don't really want to say anything about it. I've seen it before. You know, I think for people who don't want to code and just want to set up a bot, I think it's good for them. And I'm sure, you know, it works for them. But I don't really have any much thoughts about it because I've never really used it before. Yeah, Adam, welcome back, man. Is the JS. Yeah, Discord bot maker. I was thinking about making my own like a while ago, but I wasn't really that experienced back then. But if I were to make my own though, it would kind of like be something like that's hard coded. Like all it would be is just an application that allows you to just add plugins. That's really it. But you don't really get much customization. Discord IO was last updated like a long time ago. Yeah, the last time it was updated was like 3 years ago. It's outdated. I'm gonna check the I'm gonna check out another one of your videos. Before I do, we're using we're using Streamlabs for the stream today. Yeah, Discord JS. We're using Streamlabs today instead of OBS. I've upgraded. Last time we were using OBS. Why? Is the quality like a lot different or? Okay, great. Great to hear. Yeah, I use OBS to record. I'm gonna start using Streamlabs more. I didn't use Streamlabs last time because I completely forgot that Streamlabs actually existed. But I like having the alert box, the viewer count. I just don't know why though. The chat box isn't popping up for some reason, which kind of sucks because I really want the chat box to appear. Good job. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I'm gonna push the new edits to get up now. Okay. Well, here's the thing. Discord IO is a little bit different. than Discord JS, so you might need to change your entire code because Discord IO is they like I guess the methods might be a little bit different, so you might have to check that out. Um, can you maybe make videos about React for beginners and make a dashboard with it? Yeah, Christian Chan, if you want, you can check out. I have a video series that shows you how to get started from like beginner to like I guess somewhat intermediate on making a Discord bot. You can check that out if you want. And if you ever have any questions, you can just ask on the server. And there's a lot of people who are always willing to help out. So take that into consideration. Can you maybe make a videos about React for beginners and make a dashboard? Yeah, costs patat. I might consider that. Actually, a while ago, I actually was working on a project with React, like a very basic one. That's definitely something that I really want to do. Like I said, I want to branch out into more different types of videos. You know, I feel like a lot of people who are discovering my channel are also very new to coding as well. And I feel like this is a good opportunity to, you know, slowly like just grow into like different, you know, categories and stuff. So I'm definitely going to, you know, do that in the future. Is it best practice to have all the commands in one file in JS? So Jean LaRose, in my opinion, when you're first starting out, don't worry so much about it, okay? But later on, you want to use something called the command handler. And I have a couple videos on that as well if you want to check it out. But for now, you know, if you're just getting started, just play around with you know, understanding the language, understanding how the Discord bot works. Once you understand it, then step into the command handler. Okay, that's my suggestion for you. Oh, really? Oh, so you have written a Discord bot before in C sharp. I've never, honestly, I might honestly move to C sharp someday. I don't know. I've always wanted to use C sharp, but I don't know. I'll look into it. C sharp is a nice language. C sharp is a very nice language. I really like it. I'm still trying to figure out like why my chat is not working like on OBS. Like this is something that I really want to like show. For some reason, not appearing out for some reason, which kind of sucks. Yeah, dude, go for it, man. Go for it. Yeah, C sharp is an amazing language, and the fact that you're coming from an object-oriented background, like or a language that supports object-oriented programming, using classes is something going to be very easy for you in JavaScript. Highly recommend it. Trying to see if I can open up my dashboard. Yeah, dude. I really need to figure out why my chat isn't working though. Chat box widgets. Maybe I gotta set the URL. But it should oh, I think I might need to use window capture. Is that it? Oh, that's strange. Window capture. That blank. Oh, sorry about that. What I'm trying to do is, for some reason, my Streamlabs is not showing. Like, so I have a chat box widget on my stream, but it's not actually showing the chat. Oh, there we go. It's actually there. Oh, wow. Now it's finally showing up. Now I don't need to do this anymore. So now you guys can actually see the chat, which is awesome. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted the entire time. I wanted you guys to be able to see the chat too. That's very important. Alright, great. Now it's finally there. Before it wasn't. Oh boy. um... Yo, appreciate that a lot, Bub's Life. Really appreciate it. It was showing up every often. Oh wow. I don't think it was there from the beginning though. I was just playing around with it right now. Now you need a custom overlay. I do. Hi Anson, I just want to thank you for your intro to programming vids. I'm on my second month of the Autumn project, and I've used your videos to supplement it, and it's been helping tons. MTB Manny. I'm glad to hear that, man. I'm really glad to hear that. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep coding. You know, don't ever stop. Don't ever stop coding. Don't ever stop asking questions. Okay. Can I get a shout out? Yeah, Bub's Life. Everyone subscribe to Bub's Life. Everyone subscribe to Bub's Life. Eagle Trooper. Yeah, I'm glad that the chat is showing though. Maybe I'll probably customize the chat a little bit because I'm glad that you can actually customize the chat for Streamlabs. On your Twitch. You know, that's funny. I was actually thinking about streaming on Twitch, but if I stream on Twitch, I don't think anyone would want to watch on Twitch. Because it's just so easier to just transition from, you know, on YouTube, because you guys, most of the people are already subscribed on YouTube already. Yeah, man, everyone subscribe to Bub's Life's Twitch. Everyone subscribe to It's Ozo. Maybe multi. Yeah, I could do multi-live, but the thing is, the reason why I want to do it on Twitch is because on Twitch, I don't really have to worry so much about, like, you know, copyright claims, because I don't want to get copyright claimed on this channel. Like, this is a channel that I want to keep pure. Like 2 days ago when I did my when I did a stream, I was playing like some lo-fi music in the background, and I got claimed like after I ended the stream. So I don't want to risk getting claimed. I know with, you know, the current state of YouTube, there's a lot of people getting claimed and copyright striked, and that's not something that I want to do, because this is something that I'm working hard for. You know, I'm, you know, spending a lot of time grinding YouTube, just, you know, doing what I want to do, and I enjoy doing this, so I have no complaints. But it would suck to just see it all being taken away just from one silly incident, you know? But maybe I could do multi, though. I would consider doing multi. I think that would definitely bring a lot of more audience, too. And it'd be more, you know, YouTube Audio Lib, you know? I was actually listening to some of the music on YouTube Audio Lib, and, yeah. I don't think everyone here would, have the same taste as some people. Yeah, Bub's Life, go ahead and plug your Twitch, man. Can I get a shout out on your videos? Yeah, it's also go for it. Is it not? What's your Twitch name? Yeah, I used to stream on Twitch before. Like, I remember I used to play video games like City Skylines and some stuff, and Overwatch, and I streamed on Twitch, and I really liked it. Yeah, everyone go subscribe to Bub's Life on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Bub's Life. Okay, there you go. There's your shout out. I enjoyed the stream so far. I'm going to sleep now. It's 2 a.m. over here. Hey, Cosbatot, thanks so much for checking out the stream, man. And if you have any questions, just let me know on the server, DMs, whatever you're more comfortable with. I'll see you in my next stream, man. Take it easy. Hope you get 100k subs, Lucius. I appreciate the kind thought. Maybe someday I'll reach 100k subs. Who knows? Maybe someday. Maybe someday. It took me, I think, I know for a fact it's always hard to get your first 1,000, 10,000 subs, you know? It's like getting your first 1,000, 10,000 is always going to be the hardest because your channel is so small, you know? And for your channel to really, get exposed like that, you got to, like, grind really hard, you know? For me, it's just not about the numbers. For me, it's just about, building community, being able to chat with you guys, being able to answer your guys' questions whenever I get the chance, being able to just sit here and just chat and stuff. That's what matters the most. I don't really care so much about the numbers. Like, I would still be doing this even if I had, like, 10K subscribers. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, like, I started streaming, like, for the first time, like, 3 days ago, 4 days ago. And it was very successful. I really liked it. No one likes low count channel. I don't know. I mean, some people like having a small channel. Some people like, having a small channel so they can keep their, community smaller. Because obviously when you have a large channel, you have so many eyes on you. Are you on lockdown? Do you mean like for quarantine? If so, then yes, all of New York is on lockdown. Bro, you deserve more credit. You are amazing at what you do and you straight up deserve it. Yo, Bub's Life, I really appreciate the kind support, man. I really appreciate the support. Yeah, New York City, dude. It's the epicenter. Like, the first day I started my job, we already had our first confirmed case. And a week later, we were at, like, I think 100, 300 cases or so. And now New York is number 2 globally. New York is number 2 global. You know? So that is crazy. United States is number 1, obviously. But New York is number 2 global. So, yeah, but I'm staying inside, doing my part for social distancing. Honestly, it angers me when people who are too cool do cool things like this are so underrated. Yeah, bro, NY is really hit hard. Yeah, like, I wasn't surprised. Like, NYC itself, I was not surprised. People taking the subway every single day. I mean, I'm in New York City, okay? I take the subway, and whenever I take the subway, I use one finger to hold onto the rail, so that way I don't, like, actually touch the entire rail with my full hand. And as soon as I get to work, I immediately go straight to the bathroom, and I wash my hands. I don't even think about anything else. Like, I just wash my hands immediately. And the moment I get off the subway and get back home, I wash my hands immediately. Yeah, bro, NYC, yeah. Welcome back, AV. It's getting hit pretty hard here. Yeah. I'm so surprised, like, I was so surprised that California doesn't even have much cases. Like, I've been using this website to keep track, and if you look at USA, right? Like, New York is at 233K. I think this morning or yesterday I was at 225K. You know, but yeah, New Jersey is obviously going to have the second most because it's like right next to New York. A lot of people live in New Jersey and work in New York, so it's gonna have a lot of cases. I'm just so surprised California has like so little cases, but they said that it was because like California, like the houses in the community are very spread out. Yeah, I don't know. Make a COVID bot. Yeah, there's probably an API that allows you to pull data for coronavirus. Coronavirus API. We could, but it's already been done already, so I wouldn't really have much time. I wouldn't really have much fun doing it. I like doing the fun stuff that no one else has done before, you know. But I could do something like this though. It'd be pretty fun. What do I do for work? I code. I code. That's my job. I sound like your mom. Oh man. Nah, I just I take my health very seriously. Washing hands. When something like this happens, when a pandemic happens, like even before it's declared as a pandemic, you gotta like do what you gotta do and make sure you're on top of everything. You can't wait for the government or like your governor to close things down. You gotta be proactive. It's pretty minor in tech so far, all the things considering. I work at a hospital, so it's scary. Yeah, MTB Manny, please be safe. So what do I do when I finish reformatting? So honestly, I don't know how long that's gonna take you, but when you do, just follow the tutorial that I have on my Discord hub. But like I said, Discord IO and Discord JS are very a little bit different. So there are some things. So just make sure it works locally first, okay, and then you can deploy your bot. Don't touch the train, and then she always falls over. The place I live in is sealed because it is one of the current hotspots. Yeah, like I said, depending on where you are, it's pretty crazy. Like, it would suck to be in New York right now. I was actually in Arizona 3 months ago. Like, I flew out all the way to Arizona 3 months ago. And it was like my first time ever flying, like, within the United States. And it was scary. But I should have stood in Arizona, though. And Arizona's a really nice place. At that time, there was only one confirmed case. When I came back to New York had 0 confirmed cases. But look, we're at, like, 200 times more than Arizona. But yeah, Christian Chen, I highly suggest like, I mean, are you trying to get your like why are you trying to get your bot on Heroku though? Are you trying to like just deploy instantly or? Because I would recommend you just like play around with the Discord library first and then focus on deploying. Like make sure like your bot works locally and once you confirm that it does, then I have like 2 videos that you can follow. So if the other one doesn't work, like the one with I think 32,000 views, there's another video that I spent a lot of time working on, which is a lot better than the first one. Who just joined? Narby. Wow, a lot of people are joining. Yo, it's Stides Bubbles. Do you mind if I let everyone see my Twitch? If I send you a DM of it, I have to stop watching your stream. It was glitching out. Yeah, just DM it to me. I don't know. I felt like making a bot. LOL. Oh, okay. Ah, I see. I gotcha. Yeah. So yeah, make the bot in Discord JS, and yeah, and the video should be enough guidance to deploy the bot. So, anyone from Hong Kong in chat? Am I the only Asian? Dixon, you are not the only Asian. But I hope everything is going well in Hong Kong though. So can you explain to me what the Heroku is and what it does exactly and the pros and cons? So Heroku itself is a cloud service, right? The whole point of Heroku is software as a service. You can go ahead and deploy your applications, and it will auto build, and it will auto like start up by itself. Everything's automated. Okay, so that's basically the main idea. Okay. Hold on. What's a cloud service? It's basically, you can think of a cloud service like a virtual computer that can host applications, it can host servers, it can host a bunch of things. Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, Hong Kong's a really beautiful place. Hey, great to see you, Ronsky. I was watching a documentary on Hong Kong before and I saw like the city and wow, I was like, wow, there are so many skyscrapers there. I definitely want to visit Hong Kong someday. Did you? I don't know. Did you? Who would have thought? GG, yeah, Beatsoid, that's right, GG indeed. Welcome to the stream, Beatsoid. Doesn't that cost money? So Heroku, yes, it costs money if you want to pay for it. But they have a free tier, okay? They have a free tier that you can use. There's no catch, but usually if it's free, you're the product. But I don't know if Heroku sells your data though. I wouldn't worry so much about it. Yo, Mini Wolf, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Hi, are you gonna do a tutorial on how to make a music bot? Call Graham? Yes, I am. I gotta play around with version 12 and the FFmpeg. It shouldn't be any different though. But you know, that's something that we're gonna do in the future. But right now I'm focused on the MySQL Discord bot. I watch a lot of your videos, Mini Wolf. I'm glad to hear that. And I hope you continue watching a lot of my videos. I hope you're learning from it too. Do I make physical bots? What do you mean by physical bots? They're really nice to watch. I'm glad to hear the nice comment, Mini Wolf. Like, oh, like robots, like actual AI robots? No, I don't. That'd be cool to learn, though. Feels cool having a streamer say your name. LMAO, yeah. Like things in real life, I guess. Yeah, no, I've never gotten the chance to do that. My high school had a robotics club. I was there for one day and I left. Where should I host my Discord bot that is in multiple servers? I would suggest using a virtual private server. Do I have my own website? I do. I do. You can check it out at ansonfong.com. It's nothing crazy, you know. I built this website 2 years ago. I didn't use any framework. It was just like, you know, a custom website that I decided to just build on my own. It's nothing really crazy, but you can take a look at it and yeah, let me know what you think about it. Sorry, a what? A virtual private server. Virtual private server. You should make a bunch of stupid robots to terrorize people. If someday if I ever learn artificial intelligence, maybe I will. I'll make a bot that I don't know, annoys you every single day when you wake up. What about a music bot with Lava Player, Lava Link? I would have to look into that. I've never used Lava Player, Lava Link before, so I have to do some research to understand how it works. But I like doing the hard stuff, so I'll look into it. Yeah, yeah. No, they're not. I mean, I'm not sponsored, guys, so don't worry. But there's OVH Cloud, which is pretty cheap. I've heard good things about OVH Cloud, so you can check it out. I'm not sponsored by them. Don't worry. There's also DigitalOcean. I'm not sponsored by them as well. But you can check them out as well. DigitalOcean and OVH Cloud. OVH Cloud seems pretty cheap. It's only like $3 a month. Where is Illinois on the COVID scale? Wow, Illinois is at number 7. Right? Number 7, yeah. Anson, if you know Spigot API, you should make tutorials on Spigot API because most ones are there are pretty crap. Are they? Let me actually look at Spigot documentation. I looked up Bucket documentation, but I'm pretty sure Spigot is probably the same thing because the Bucket commands were pretty or the Bucket documentation was pretty easy to learn. Yeah, see, I'm pretty sure Spigot and Bucket are like very similar in some ways, but installation. Let's see. Yeah, you know, I probably will consider it. Yeah, Bub's life. Stay safe, man. MTB Manny. Honestly, just stick with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Because you can use JavaScript for both the front end and back end. When you know how to build a website with JavaScript, you can use JavaScript for the back end to fetch data and stuff. So you just stick with those three and get really good at it. There's no need to learn a bunch of different languages. Just learn one. Well, let's see. I know the Bucket API, there was so much documentation for Bucket and Spigot. But yeah, I think plugins are actually really easy to make because all you gotta do is just write the code and then build it as a jar file and then you're done. Yeah, maybe someday I'll do it, you know. It's a good way to, you know, improve my Java skills, so I would definitely consider it. Yeah, like, COVID-19 is very crazy. Like, you know, if you're immunosuppressed, if you have, you know, diabetes, if you have high blood pressure, it puts you at a high risk of actually, you know, suffering a lot from COVID-19. So it's very important. A lot of people need to take it very seriously. Appreciate the tip. I want to become a developer in the future, and having a real one give advice is great. MTB Mane, you already are a developer. You just have to practice more. I have a nice idea which just shows how to make a max request per guild, for example. And if there's more than that, it's just gonna wait 1 second next command. That's a good idea. Yo, bro, you should do some gaming vids. I would. I'm definitely gonna consider it. You should play. What's CPO? I hate myself when I look at Spaghetti API. I'll just warn you. Oh yeah, dude, I can't. Java docs are pretty weird or pretty scary to look at. I'm a push for my version. Yeah, that's true. Or maybe I'll do some more live coding. Oh, Club Penguin. I used to play that when I was like a kid. I miss Club Penguin though. Do I play any games? Yes, I do. I mostly play Overwatch, but I don't really play anymore. I like playing like chill games like City Skylines. I have a Nintendo Switch. I have Mario Kart. I have Animal Crossing, the new Animal Crossing. I have Pokemon Sword and Shield. I have a bunch of games on the Switch. Yo, welcome back, Mick, and welcome back, Adam. I did play TF2 when I was like 14. I played Fortnite like last year, and I actually liked Fortnite, but I only played with my friend because I was pretty bad at it, and he would just carry me all the time. What am I doing on Spigot? I'm just looking at the documentation right now because someone suggested I check out Spigot docs. Looks like you fixed the chat. Yeah, I finally did. Yeah, and don't worry, in like the next video, we're gonna have a more warmer color, so like the neon green color doesn't make your eyes bleed. Can you promote your server? I think it's ready to release in public. You can post it on this chat if you want. I don't really care. I should play Fortnite again. You know, once I get my new gaming computer, or not gaming, I should call it a gaming slash monster computer. Because I'm like I said, look, I'm getting this 3900X for my processor, 12 core processor, 3.8 gigahertz. Okay, so this is going to allow me to render videos much more faster. It's going to allow me to stream like anything I want, basically. I'm gonna get this cooler. MTB Manny, I'm heading out. Gotta work on the bike. Thanks for the views, man. I'll check it out in the future. Yeah, MTB Manny, thanks for coming by, man. Really appreciate it. No upset allowed. I'm thinking of letting you in my clan so you can help me make vids. Is there moderation forms on my server? Not yet. Not yet. Adam, not yet. There will be soon, though. There will be soon. But in the meantime, we are looking for new moderators, but I'm still working on the application. Why not water cooler? Because I don't want to risk having it leak. Why is there a mod then? What do you mean? Why is there a mod then? We have 2 mods right now. They were picked like last year, but we are looking for more mods. But there's still a lot of things that we have to talk about right now. So But yeah, I don't want to risk having my new computer getting like, you know, leakage, so I would rather just keep like a fan. Wait, did anyone fail? I'm not sure. Dixon, if you don't know how to write commands, I would suggest you start writing some basic commands first, like just some simple ones. What PC do I have? I've built my own PC 4 years ago. The specs are i7 6700K. I think it's overclocked to 4.0. I'm not sure. And I have a GTX 1070. Yeah, it was. I got the GTX 1070 4 years ago when it came out. Back then, GPUs were so freaking cheap, but now it's a lot more expensive. Yeah, I'm switching to AMD. Though I was actually last summer I was gonna build a $3,000 computer. It was gonna be an i9 9900K. With the RTX 2080. It was a $3,000 rig, but I actually had to abandon that build. Yeah, I'm gonna switch to AMD. Definitely switching to AMD. The 12 core would definitely help a lot. What would you recommend for game development? I guess Unity. Unity is pretty good. Unity is very popular. Most games are developed in Unity. Some games are developed with C++, like. A lot of games like League of Legends. I think CSGO is also all done in C++. Same thing with like Overwatch. They're all done in like lower level languages. Do I have a Stream Deck? I don't. I didn't think I would ever need a Stream Deck, but maybe someday, maybe in the future, I now have a reason to get a Stream Deck. Unity on Unreal, I'm not sure about that. I'm gonna be honest with you. The reason why I didn't get the computer. Well, here's the thing. I was waiting for the Ryzen to drop, but then during that time I wasn't really into video games anymore, so I just decided to wait. How do you fix your build? We would have to see your code, Christian Chan. Just post your code on the server, and then someone can take a look at it. It is 2:30 a.m. for me. Yo, bro, you should play CS:GO with me right now. I would have to. Oh no, CPO. I thought. Why did I say CS:GO? Yeah. Is that even on? Like, do they have like a private server or something? Man, I remember I played CS:GO a long time ago. Hey, the coding geeks, welcome to the stream. What time is at my place? 8:26 p.m. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I don't know. Can I get on Discord? I am on Discord. Where am I? Yeah, you can post the code there. I'm thinking about setting up some game servers too. There's a lot that I want to work on, but like right now, my plan is to update my server, like my current like server, so I can host a bunch of stuff. I'm on like a really cheap plan for for DigitalOcean. Post the link to the code. Make sure you get rid of the bot token. 8:27 a.m. Damn, that's the morning. I'm about to sleep in like an hour and a half. Yeah. I don't know. Tomorrow, I'm probably gonna stream tomorrow for like the whole day. Who knows? Like, tomorrow's a Saturday, yeah. So I'm probably just gonna stream all day and just like, do a bunch of stuff and just chill and everything. That's my plan tomorrow. I just want to chill, code, learn. That's all I want to do. Would you give a series on like how to make a web panel for a bot? Yeah, Dixon, you. That's my main goal right now, and maybe we can try to work on that tomorrow. Maybe, who knows? Like, I'll think about it. Like, I'm not so great with React, but I want to use React. And I don't want to do it in Angular because Angular is like really difficult for a lot of people. But oh, I accidentally deleted a message. Sorry about that. How do I undelete a message? I accidentally deleted someone's message. Oh, do you think that DigitalOcean, etc., is good to host your bots if it is in multiple servers? Minywolf, yes, it is. Yes, DigitalOcean is amazing. I've used it for a long time. Okay, well, I'm going to make API. I have an idea now. Yeah, that's great, Mick. Let me know how it goes. Yes, it is. It is better than Heroku. Because it gives you so much flexibility. You can do whatever you want. DigitalOcean basically allows you to have a droplet. And it's basically like a computer, your own Linux computer. No, DigitalOcean is not free. You have to pay a minimum of $5 a month. But if you're a student, you can sign up for GitHub Student Developer Pack. Okay, is my series version 12 for I have a Discord JS version 12 series. I do. Same thing with the MySQL Discord bot. It's also version 12. Yeah, DigitalOcean is not free though, so you have to pay for it. But I'm trying to look into see if I can give away some kind of hosting, but I don't think any, I don't think there are any like hosters that provide that kind of stuff. But anything that isn't Heroku, Revive Node, OXide, or those hosts too. Let's take a look at it. Game servers, Discord hosting. Oh, so these are like dedicated hosting servers. I'm talking about like a Linux, but we could probably do something like that. I've never used it before, but I would have to look into it. $3 a month, you get 150 megabytes of RAM. What are this? There's different tiers. Hey OSMX, welcome to the stream. Oh, $3, 3 months. Wow. Okay. Discord support, full FTP access. I don't know if they support SSH though. SSH is the important part, so I'd rather just do something like I don't even know. Oxide has VPS, does it? I'll have to look at that. What do you use usually for hosting? I use DigitalOcean. I really like DigitalOcean. I've been using it for 2 years. And I've been wanting to do a video on it. I reached out to DigitalOcean yesterday to see if they had like any kind of like credit that I can give out. But they don't have that, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know if they would like have like some kind of you know. We'll have to look into that. I'm not totally cheap and definitely don't use GCP free trials. Hey man, Mr. Breadman, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. You gotta do what you gotta do. So I don't blame you. I want to give away a Raspberry Pi. I'll literally order like, these are so cheap too. I'll literally order like 4 of them and just like send it to like a lucky subscriber or a lucky viewer one day. But I want to wait until the coronavirus stuff dies down, because you never know, like, you know. You can use a Raspberry Pi for hosting stuff on your local host. What is the difference between Pi 3 and Pi 4? I'm not sure. I know there's a couple of more specs that are much more better on the Pi 4. The Pi 4 has, I think, choice of RAM. I don't think the Pi 3 had it, though. I'm not sure. And there's also USB 3, a new powerful processor. Yeah, if you look at the specs, you can kind of see like the differences. And it also, Raspberry Pi 4, I think, supports I think different operating systems, I think. Like a lot more. But let's see. I'll give Raspberry Pi another check. Hey, I'm back. Please help me before I sent it. Cool, yeah, I have the 3 at the moment. I'm quite interested. Yeah, man. The Raspberry Pis are nice. Oh. Did you post the... You have the same thing in the same file. Yeah, you have some syntax errors in your code. There are some issues in your code. Like, you have some, like, stuff that's not valid syntax. Look at line 48. And everything before line 28 should be removed. But it seems like you're just new to coding. Like, I highly suggest you learn... Like, if you're new to coding, I highly suggest you, like, learn coding first. And then make a Discord bot. You'll feel less frustrated. I mean, I bought a server for 20 bucks, bidding 16 gigs of RAM. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, or not a bad plan. I think what I'm gonna do after I build my new PC is I'm going to turn my current computer into a server. Maybe, I don't know. Some people told me that it's not really recommended to use like a home-based Linux server, because if, you know, someone hacks into it, like, all of your data is pretty much compromised. So, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want to risk that, you know. Yo, Meeks, welcome, man. Yo, Logan, welcome back to the stream, man. Glad to see you guys back. We're just chilling, you know, just having a chat with everyone, you know. Yeah, man. Hope everything's going well. Yo, do any of you guys play RuneScape? I really like playing RuneScape. I used to play RuneScape all the time. Oh my god, I should play RuneScape, to be honest. I haven't played RuneScape for so long. I played it so much, like, last year. Man, I miss RuneScape. I play old school RuneScape, though, not the new one. Like, old school RuneScape. Let me see if I can log in. Do you have a link where I can donate? Because YouTube doesn't let me to pay with PayPal. Yeah, I appreciate it, Linux Jin. There, if you look at the description, there's a link that says support the channel, and it goes straight to Streamlabs. So if you click on that, it should take you to the portal, and I really appreciate you for doing that. I deleted a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to see. Let me log in. Let me check out my RuneScape account. Hopefully some of you guys have played old school RuneScape before. You know. But yeah, let me know what kind of games you guys like playing. I like I said, I want to like, you know, expand my channel, expand my server. I don't want to just focus on just one thing, you know. I want to focus on other things. The link is on your Discord, by the way. Yeah, let me see. Well, now you only have the if conditions, but you don't actually have the bot logging in. So here's my recommendation. Okay, don't worry about hosting the bot right now because you're struggling a lot with understanding how to actually write the bot. Learn how to code and learn how to write the bot. If you want, I have a series that shows you how to get started. Because it's kind of like hard to help, you know, when you don't know so much about like the language itself. So like I'm gonna like say things that you probably might not understand, or I'm gonna say certain things that, you know, like certain terminology that you might not really understand. So it's just better if you know, watch some tutorials. Do what menu docs does. They get people to do other tutorials. Hold on. Mini Wolf, thanks for checking out the stream. I appreciate it. What language you making the bot in? TypeScript. Do you know how to do a Discord rich presence? There's so many. Let me go ahead and say this. LinXGN. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Thank you so much for donating the $1 to the stream. Really appreciate it, man. Like, it means so much. Do I know how to do Discord rich presence on own account? Like Adobe Dreamweaver showing that rich presence. It's actually very easy. If you go over here, you just go to user settings. Let me see. There should be something called right over here. If you go, I don't know if this is what you're asking, but if you go over here, you can just change like whatever you want. Like, for example, right now I have Visual Studio Code. I can change it to whatever I want. I don't know if that is what you're asking though. LinGNX. What did you mean by do what menu docs does? Like, oh, it's wow. Links. Okay, there we go. I don't know why I read it as LinX, but what did you mean by do what menu docs does? Like, have other people do videos on my channel, or but yeah, official Ronsky, thank you so much for checking out the stream. Really appreciate it. And good luck with your project. Do I know how to post a bot server account in site? Yeah, I think you can actually enable a widget. That's the easiest way. Otherwise, you're gonna need a web API to send the data to the front end. W3S and Node School is a great place to learn. I agree. W3 Schools is amazing. Also, speaking of hosting, you can just upload code online and keep it online with a website pinger. Uptime Robot can ping it. True. And so before I leave, I used to host my MC servers, and what I did was use a different internet plan. Oh wow, that's a good idea. I was thinking about using just a custom router that can kind of like block my current connection, so all the connections will only be sent to the new router. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into it though. I'm sure there are, you know, ways that you can secure it. I've been working on this for 5 hours, and deployment is the absolute stopping my service from applications. Yeah, man, deployment is the hardest thing. Like, basically, they have people who do... Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. You know, there are a lot of channels I've noticed, like channels like Menu Docs, PlexiDev, the source code. I'm sure there's one more. I'm not sure. Hopefully I'm not missing one. I know they're like a group of developers instead of just one person. I do agree with that. Would be pretty cool, but I don't know. For me, like for my channel, I kind of just want to like have it just for, you know, things that I do. Like, it's kind of like my own journal. You know what I mean? Like, I want to, you know, have my own adventure. Have my like it's kind of like a way where I can look back at and see, like, you know, things that I implemented before, as well as have other people learn. What is the similarities with TypeScript and JavaScript? Well, Logan, TypeScript is just JavaScript, but with a bunch of other, you know, features and stuff. Okay. Now, if you're asking what is the difference between TypeScript and JavaScript, then that would be a question that, you know, most people would be able to answer. Because similarities, TypeScript is just the same thing as JavaScript. It just has more, you know, features to it. Now, TypeScript has amazing stuff like type inference, type annotation, private fields, public access specifiers, private access specifiers, interfaces, Abstract classes. If you're an object-oriented programmer, if you love OOP, then TypeScript is for you. Okay? We had to mark NFSW. Yeah. I still can't get my head around OOP. I don't know why. Well, what do you think confuses you the most about OOP? The objects part, association. There's a lot with OOP. So don't worry if you can't get your head around it. It takes a lot to, understand it. When I first actually learned OOP, it was, pretty weird, but probably because I haven't been taught properly. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like with a lot of stuff, when it comes to learning, you have to kind of like, that's why like there's a lot of different, documentations, a lot of different tutorials, a lot of different guides. There's a lot of different, ways that you can go about learning OOP. But I don't know if you've checked out my video though, but if you haven't, maybe check it out and see if it works out for you. Sometimes though, you just kind of have to go the long route and, watch like 500 videos to finally understand something. Everyone's different. But when you finally understand it, it's the best feeling in the world. Like you feel like you could do anything you want. Can I do it now? Do what now? Oh, like actually, like send the actual live count. I'm gonna get off in about like a couple minutes, like in 10 minutes or so. I'm gonna go take a shower and eat some dinner and go to sleep. But tomorrow though, I'm gonna be streaming again tomorrow. I don't even know how long I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. I'll probably be streaming. I don't even know. I'll probably be streaming all day. Like I wake up at 4 a.m. and maybe here's my daily routine. I wake up at 4 a.m. I make a video. It takes me about 2 to 3 hours to make some videos. It really depends on how I do the videos though. Like sometimes I gotta restart because I mess up. So it takes me about 2 to 3 hours to finally make a video. That's why when you see the upload, if you look at the time on the taskbar, it's at like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. So I wake up at 4 a.m., I make videos, and then I start working at 9 a.m., and then I finish work at 5 a.m. And then after 5 a.m. is when I actually get to, stream and do all this stuff. So, but tomorrow's a weekend, so I can pretty much stream all day. And tomorrow I really want to focus on just like coding and stuff, And we're also going to be having more interactive streams, more, educational streams. Yeah, I don't know. People think it's weird to get up at 5 a.m. I think it's a good thing. I like waking up in the morning. The reason why I do it is because if I wake up really early, I'm able to actually fall asleep easily at the nighttime. Because I have insomnia. I have pretty bad insomnia, so it's really hard for me to actually sleep in the nighttime. But if I go to sleep when I'm like ridiculously tired, like after being awake for like 18 hours, I'll just like crash in like 2 minutes. Almost 3 a.m. here. Yeah. 6-hour difference. Yeah, for me, like I'm working from home right now. But before, like when I first started, I had to commute. Like my commute to work is about an hour and a half. So I have to wake up at like around 6 a.m., get ready, eat breakfast, and do all that kind of stuff. And I have to leave my house. Latest I can leave my house is 7:30 a.m. And I get to work at around like 9 a.m., 9:30ish. And then I gotta take the bus back. Takes me about an hour 30 minutes away. It's a pretty long commute, but some people have to commute 2.5 hours to work, so I can't complain. What time do I go to sleep? I sleep around 10:30. No, not 10:30. Around like 9:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. ish. Christian Chan. So here you go. I will send you a link. It has a full complete guide. I highly recommend you watch. A lot of people enjoyed it, so maybe it will help you out. And like I said, you can follow the guide, and let me send you the whole playlist. And if you have any questions, like I said, just be patient with it. Just watch through it. Coding is not something that you can rush. You got to be patient with it. Okay? Once you get the hang of it, things will make so much more sense. So, here's the playlist. If you have any questions, ask on the server. Hold on, you got muted. Let me unmute you. That was kind of weird. Anyways, yeah, man, just watch that series and you know, play around with it. The mornings, nights, during the mornings, little people are up. It's so calm. Logan, I agree. Like for me, when I'm up at 4 a.m., it's like I have like the entire like apartment to myself. You know what I mean? I have my entire house to myself, and I can just do whatever I want. Please make a tutorial on like ticket transcripts for when you close a ticket. Oh wait, well, I do have a video. I do have a video on ticket transcripts, but maybe I can integrate that. I want to make a better one though, so I'll definitely take that into consideration. Hell is for testing purposes only. Yeah, if you post an invite, the bot will auto mute you, so try to avoid doing that. Hey bud, watching Jay's play is so helpful. Keep it up. Kevin Roy Rigor Bassina, thank you so much. I really appreciate the awesome comment. Keep learning, man. Keep going. Don't ever stop. Once you're done watching the JavaScript playlist, watch the object-oriented one. I'm surprised there are people that relate to me. Yeah, dude. Here's the thing. Like, my sleep schedule is so messed up a lot of times, you know. I have really bad insomnia. So that's why I do what I gotta do. I wake up at 4. I sleep at like 9, 10 a.m. And I purposely wake up at 4 just so I can be really tired around this time. You know, so... But yeah. But yeah. Yeah, I made hell. You can test bots. It's not an abandoned hellish wasteland. You should see my test server. Look at all of my bots that I have on here. This should have never happened, but I have it for, you know, quote-unquote testing purposes. So don't worry. My server is pretty bad right now, my test server. I'm going to make a new test server so I can test all my bots and stuff. Yeah. Welcome back, Adam. You know, I'm really glad to see that I have Python developers too, because I know I do mostly JavaScript videos, but just being able to see Python developers is pretty awesome. It'd be cool if we see more Java developers and C# developers. You know, let's take a look at your question real quick. Excuse me. Yeah, go for it, man. It'll teach you everything that you need to know. I'm looking at the code. It's been so long since I've seen this, but let's see. What is it that it's not working though? Like, step into the code, make sure that the ID is correct. Make sure that role is actually a role. So what I want you to do is I want you on the next line print out role and see what it says. Make sure that role is actually correct. And same thing with over here. I would say check that out first. But yeah, yeah. Pretty awesome stream tonight, man. Really proud of what we've accomplished tonight. But yeah, man. So yeah, so for those who are, you know, still watching, those who are still here, I really appreciate you guys for checking out the stream. You know, we've been streaming for 3 hours, 3.5 hours now, which is pretty freaking awesome. And we had over, like, at all times during the entire stream, we had an average of, like, I think 20 viewers. So we peaked, like, I think at 30 viewers, 32 viewers, which is freaking awesome. Like, just having 32 people watching, you know, just me talk and like code and shit is pretty awesome. Really appreciate it a lot. And for you guys just watching, chatting with me and stuff, that's amazing. So if you haven't already, you know, definitely check out the Discord server. Great place to get help. Okay. Tomorrow we're going to be streaming. I'm not sure when I'll be streaming, but I know I want to show some love to the people living in Europe, living in Asia, living in Australia. I don't know. I might stream tomorrow very early from like 6 a.m. I might do 2 streams. I don't even know. But tomorrow we will be coding a lot though. So, um, yeah, I don't know. I definitely want to show some love to the people living on the other side of the hemisphere. So people who are like, you know, early birds, 9 a.m., 10 a.m., you guys can come tune in. You know, yeah. So I don't know. I think I'm in Eastern Standard Time, EST. So if I stream, I'll probably stream at like maybe, I don't even know, 7 a.m. maybe EST, 7 a.m. EST. Okay, 7 a.m. EST. So if you're in the UK, I think the UK is what, 4 hours ahead, right? So that is 11 a.m. I think what UK uses what GMT. I think I'm not even sure. If you're in Sweden, I think Sweden is 6 hours ahead of New York. If you're in Germany, I think it's also 6 hours or 7 hours. I'm not sure. UK is 5 hours ahead. Okay, you're right. Oh wait, okay. Yeah, I think I was confusing it with something else. I know there is a country that is in Europe that is only 4 hours ahead. I think it's Portugal. I'm not sure. Because I know I have a friend that's from Portugal and they're only like 4 hours ahead. But yeah, I wish I could stream all night. Like, I wish I could just stream from like now all the way to like 6 a.m. But I really need to get some sleep. But yeah, man, like I said, thanks for checking out the server. Thanks for checking out the stream. If you aren't on the server already, definitely check it out. Okay? If you aren't subscribed, definitely subscribe. I upload videos. I try to upload videos every single day. There's a lot of videos, a lot of new content going to be coming out, and I'm doing my best to, you know, push these videos as much as I can. Okay? So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the stream. Thank you, Links Jian, for donating the $1. Really appreciated. And thanks for the people who subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated. Okay, so I will see you guys in my next stream. Have a good night, guys.